Yo, everybody, what's going on? What is going
What
on?
is
Bama
going
football
on,
on
Tide
YouTube.
Nation? What's going on? Oh, can you hear me? There we go. My stuff went
There
on.
we go.
Now, but what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Coach Jarek with Jake Morrell. We are back here again. Going to discuss to you guys about a lot of things, ladies and gentlemen. We got to talk about, of course, Alabama's contract with Kalen DeBoer. I guess March Madness is literally around the corner. We'll kind of give you some of our thoughts about that. We'll talk about the future, what's going on with college football since the playoff is now officially instituted, the 14 teams. Of course, my brother Jake Morrell did it. I watched him a little bit earlier. He did a phenomenal job. So, Coach Jake, what's going on with you, man?
What's up, man? What is up? What is up? Undefeated. How you guys doing? Thank you guys for joining in. I know we just are getting the night rolling. We're going to have Coach Sean, I think, here in a little bit. Coach Smook through the evening. It's going to be a good night. We obviously have some updates for you guys with the contracts coming out, as Coach Jay just said. Exciting day. Yeah, me and Kyle did a video earlier. If you guys haven't check it out. There's some love. There's some hate. Hey, everybody has their different opinions. That's all good. It's all good. Happy to be here. I'm happy to be back. I know I didn't get a shout out to the undefeated as much as I wanted to earlier today. Super happy to be back. I know I've been gone for a minute, just handling some stuff, but we good now, and back here with the fam at Bama Football on YouTube. Make sure as you jump in, run those thumbs up. See some of you in here. Todd, what's going on, man? How are you? Make sure you become a fan funder, Todd. Come on, man. I want to see your name green. Let's go. Janet, what's up? Caitlin, what's up? Bama Fan 95, how you doing? Who else we got in here, too? Joseph, man. Hey, Joseph, I know you just got signed up, too. Became a fan funder, so we appreciate you, Joseph, like 100. Joseph Davidson, man. Cool that you finally got signed up and got on here. I love that, man. I saw you on earlier, too. A lot of good comments earlier. I mean, we were talking about a whole bunch of stuff, and we'll jump into it tonight. I mean, it's crazy. And Kimberly, how you doing? I see you in here too. I mean, we got a lot of good people. Antonio, what's up? Bama champ, let's go. What's up? I know everyone's gonna be kind of jumping in as we start to roll through the evening. Like I said, we got a lot of good stuff for you guys tonight. And again, I hope you liked today. Today was cool, man. Ty had some great stuff today, man. I love Ty's stuff today. Like, did you catch Ty's breakdowns today?
Yeah, I watched that this morning. Man. Yeah, Ty's on it. Ty's on that thing.
He always bringing it, man. He had some good stuff talking about. We kind of broke into a little bit too before we get into all the contracts. I know we're kind of letting some people roll into the chat too and roll into the video tonight, this evening, I should say, just because we're just getting started, just starting the evening. But Ty and me kind of broke down, like talking about like what that first scrimmage was about and how exciting it is, to see that. And I think we're excited to see that this week is finally the way to roll as far as we're getting this is season time, just because, you get out of spring break and now it's time to really lock it down, really lock it down. It's all good, Todd. I saw your comment, man. It's all good. No worries, man. I'm just happy you're here, dude. Just like everyone else. Caitlin, how you doing? Caitlin, what's up? And then Lisa Fitzhugh. Hey, how are you? Love it. And there's a lot of new faces too since I've been gone in the chat. And Hunter Biden, what's going on, man? Daryl Johnson, Crystal Ball to Bama. I'll talk a little bit about that. I kind of already know, but I'm not going to give it away. That's Daryl. That's his thing. That's Duke's thing. I'm not going to say a word. So, but it's awesome, man. It's exciting. I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's coming down to his decision, and he can kind of slow down, start to focus on just doing that work going into the season, and excited, right? Excited to get through his year and then off to college. That's an exciting time. But man, KD's contract, man. How and just all the coaches. What's your thing on it so far, Coach Jay?
Well, first of all, I'm glad that we got him locked. 2031 is going to be his contract. So, of course, there could be some workarounds. Of course, there are buyouts just in case if he does want to leave, but it's going to be a pretty expensive buyout for the most part. But yeah, I'm glad that we got him for 2031. That's around 7 or 8 seasons that we can have him for. I think he's one of the highest paid coaches in college football. I still think Kirby Smart has that title if we're talking about annual salary. Yeah. But overall wise, Kalen DeBoer, he's going to be here for the long run. And yeah, shout out to the rest of the coaches that got paid too. Shout out to the rest of the guys that got paid too. Because man, these coaches got paid fat stacks. Fat stacks.
They did. And I mean, but I mean, at the same time, that's expected, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I do got to say hi to a few people in here. I see Drewski. Let's get it. What's going on? Jared, my buddy. What's up, man? What's up, Jared Makita? How are you guys doing? I know I haven't seen y'all for a while. I want to give a shout out to the people that I know and I haven't seen for a minute. There's a lot of new faces and there's a lot of old ones too, and I love it. JG, what's going on? I saw DR 334 in earlier. We saw a whole bunch. I haven't seen Moon Rocker. Where's Moon Rocker? I know he's supposed to get in here anytime, man. I saw Jordan here earlier. What's up? What's up? So I love it. I love seeing everybody back in and saying hi. Remember, as you jump in, run those thumbs up. But yeah, I think you look at like the breakdown for the coaches and just what they did, and I like the contract. I think KD definitely deserves it. I think he is that guy. As you guys know, I am huge, right? Huge KD guy. And I mean, I really believe in the guy. I believe in his philosophy, his mindset, the way he coaches. I talked about this with Kyle a little bit earlier. Is I think, for everyone who talks about like, how tough it is for his like recruiting, or he wouldn't be able to recruit in the SEC, that is being put to rest real fast. And so I think with him and the staff that he brought in, absolutely perfect. I mean, I think this contract and the contracts given are just phenomenal, And Brittany B, what's up? J. Cole, what's going on? Kimberly, I appreciate you. Good to see you again too. So these contracts, though, I mean, we look at them and you looked at the breakdown. The buyout part was a little interesting for me on KD. Jay, did you see the buyout numbers for him?
I didn't watch I didn't see the buyout numbers. I saw I saw the incentives. I saw the incentive deals and stuff like that. But what's the buyout contract?
Yeah. So the buyout contract, right? So 2024, you got $5 million. 2025, $4 million. 2026, $3 million, and then 27 to 31, it's nothing.
Wow.
That's it. So his buyout is actually less than Oates. So that's interesting. And Oates is only till 30. So 2030. So that's pretty interesting. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, okay, could we see something renegotiated though? Is it his agent?
That's his agent. That's his agent.
Yeah.
That's his agent. He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
That's I forgot the name, but
Jimmy Sexton, man.
He's Dan Lanning's. He's Dan Lanning and he's Mark Nervell's.
You're
talking about a coaching representee.
Yes,
that dude knows how to get people in players' contracts. He knows how to negotiate. He knows how to do it all, man. So, God, that's a great contract. That's a really good contract. Because if he wants to go elsewhere, or maybe he sees another better opportunity, he can. I mean, 3 seasons, then boom, you don't have to pay Alabama a dime. That's right. It's just a buyout for free. It's crazy.
I will say this: if we
Jimmy Sexton. Okay.
Jimmy Sexton, he is Saban's agent too. I mean, he's all the major coaches in college. I mean, that guy has made a killing. And suppose and like Jimmy Sexton's not like a bad dude. We hear the word agent, and I think a lot of people start to like roll through their minds like, oh, this guy's manipulating the background. Jimmy Sexton's actually a really good dude. Like a lot of people like him. A lot of people talk about really highly of him, like character-wise, integrity. And he's doing his job. In the end of the day, he's doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And I know I see a few other people in here. Sean, what's going on? Chance Green, what's up? What's up? LaQuisha Gordon, what's going on? And so I see a whole bunch of people rolling in now, and I love it. So, I mean, I think it's good, but what I will say is that as time rolls on, I think we will see that that there's potentially another like contract negotiation again. If he wins out, like I think he will. I mean, as far as like just coming in this program and continuing to keep that standard, that Bama standard, I think they're gonna again come back to the table. I think they did something, they got it done. It makes sense for the first, let's just say 3 years because of the way the buyout works, right? But after that, I think as we get closer to that point where that buyout drops, I mean, even if we win a national championship next year, I think we're gonna start seeing this another changeup and already start talking about maybe boosting that contract again. I mean, he has some serious numbers. I mean, and you look at overall, like some of these things that they're talking about as far as his overall incentives, they're insane. Like just 50,000
the
Alabama's
academic
team
and athletic
graduation
incentives,
rate.
like he's got $75,000 if he just goes to an SEC championship game.
Yeah.
$125,000 if they win it. $150,000. It's crazy incentive, guys. Crazy incentives.
Yeah, that's so wild. So I mean, talk about some serious cash. But then you look at also like the other coaches too, right? So you have like Womack. His is really good. I think that's fair for Womack. And what he's doing as far as like 1.55 million year one, 1.7 million year two, year three is 1.85, and he runs through 2027. So, I mean, that's legit. I like that. I like what they did with Womack. Womack's going to be a hard one to keep. I'll tell you that. Eric D, what's going on, my friend? What's going on? But
what's his buyout? Just in case if he wants to go out next year.
For who? For KD?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't see his buyout on here. I don't know. Let me check real quick because it might be popped up. 1 second. Let me take a peek. I don't see it. I don't know, but yeah. So I mean, it's going to be interesting to see with Womack, like how long they can hold on to him. Especially they do. Like I said, I am really big, and I'll keep preaching this. I think Bama's gonna come out like swinging hard. And they're gonna, everyone's kind of putting that downer on them, like, oh, we'll see, give them maybe a year or two, and then they'll be there. And then others are like, nope, KD can't do it, right? And then you got all the Milroe haters out there. I saw that with the video me and Kyle did today. That was interesting. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people they just don't want to. They're just like sick of hearing about Milroe. Well, I mean, I get it, man. It was frustrating last year, right? But to put that all on one dude is ridiculous. You can't put that all on one guy. That's not fair, man. Like, this is a team sport. Yeah, he could have done some things better. Okay. Like, yeah, he could have had a better offensive line. Okay. But put it all on Milroe. That's ridiculous. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I don't want to hear that. So, but then you look at like offense coordinator with Sheridan. Sheridan, huge pay bump for him going from a position coach. And I mean, you're looking at 1.35 for year one, 1.45 year two, and then 1.55. So that's legit. I mean, I love Jamarcus Shepard's contract too. He's going to be another interesting one because his only runs through 2026 on his. That's going to be the same with Roach, Freddie Roach. His is only through 2026, but they both got paid. I'll tell you that. I mean, that's whoa. You know what I mean? Like they got paid. Freddie Roach. 1.1 million and 1.1 million.
Robert Gillespie got paid. I think doesn't Robert Gillespie? He has a similar contract. I think his is like around 1.5, 1.6 million for 2 years.
Now, based on what I'm seeing, it says 850,000.
Oh, 850,000.
850,000. There probably is a back end though, like incentive to that for him. I would imagine, because there's all that talk too.
Right. Yep. It says it. Yep. It says at one point he's making 1.7 million, but that's with the incentives on the 2-year deal. That's with incentives included.
That makes sense now because I'm like, there's no way they're gonna underpay Gillespie, who like there's all these rumors just floating around about him in Ohio State, right? Like Ohio State really wanted to get Gillespie, and I don't know.
He's staying out. He's staying out.
Yeah, man, he's not leaving. No, and he's in such a key, amazing spot right now. It'd be really hard for him to jump ship. I mean, you never know, right? In the end of the day, I said that at one point about way back when I first got on with you guys. I was like, oh, Ryan Grubb's not going to leave. Boom. Next thing you know, Ryan Grubb's gone. But I'll say this, is I think Gillespie, though, is in a little different situation just from the standpoint that he has a really talented running back room. From a recruiting standpoint, the guy, like you look at like right now, what's going on with the running backs and these recruits. I mean, you got running backs popping up all over who have some serious interest in Bama because of Gillespie. So it would be hard to leave that. And I mean, like I said, Gillespie, I don't see him leaving. That especially now after these contracts come out and we're good, right? We could feel good about this going forward. I like Linguist. I like Maurice or Mo Linguist's contract too. His was good. He got a good one. Coach Cap had a good one. Our offensive line coach. That was like, that was another interesting one is Dave Value, right?
Yeah, he had 850,000 for 2 years.
950 per year. 950 per year. That's legit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that. And Conrad Herlong, no, that's a rumor. Conrad asked us here real quick. We're gonna put this up. Conrad asked if we are if Coach Gillespie is leaving. No, there's just talk out there, man. That was just a lot of talk. And John M, what's up, man? Thank you, appreciate it, dude. But yeah, that was just all talk. So I got worried about him leaving. No, man, there's just a lot of rumors going around because of Ohio State's coach bouncing, and they were like really. I think they were trying to talk to him. But I think it was just kind of talk, right? Like, hey, what's your interest? Do you want to come here?
I don't know if any particular programs are going to be paying a running back / maybe associate coach $1.7 million.
I mean, well, maybe Ohio State, man. They spent so much on their recruiting class. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they got all these NIL type things going on, and they got a bunch of boosters back in the program. They might do it. They might. Yeah. But they already. Yeah. We'll see about that. But Robert Gillespie. I mean, it wasn't just because of the running back position. That dude can recruit his ass off. That's where the true value really lies, and how we got those millions. It's just his recruiting ability. He's a phenomenal recruiter. And so, you're going to have to pay guys like that. You're going to have to pay them.
100. And hey, Jared, thanks for pointing this out. Hey, if you guys just jumped in or if you are jumping in, make sure you run the thumbs up as you pop in. We really appreciate it. It helps us out a bunch. And we want to keep bringing you guys awesome stuff. And in the meantime, too, like getting back into with the thing with Gillespie, I mean, the guy's a stud. Like that is, I'll tell you, man, you want to talk about production. Like from a standpoint of what he's putting out from a player personnel standpoint of what he's producing in players. I mean, Gillespie's putting it on. I mean, and another interesting fact is why I would say we wouldn't see him leave besides just the money is Coach Cap and him have that connection from North Carolina. Right. And so if they're pulling Cap over and then Gillespie just bounces, that wouldn't make all the sense in the world, right? I mean, you have a lot of that. And then Conrad also asked, is Keeley leaving? I don't know. I mean, have you guys heard anything? I think Keeley is like in a fresh position switch, and they're just working him through at this maybe sounds like bandit position that they want to get him on. So, which he would be a stud at. I mean, we talked about this too, about Keeley being a bandit at one point. Smook, I think, had brought it up. But yeah, I mean, Keeley, that guy is a stud. And I'll really want to see what happens with him as we go through spring and how he really starts to transition into this new position. You know what I mean?
Oh, hold on. There we go. My stuff muted. And then my thing.
Muted me too.
Coach Morrow? Oh, did I really?
Yeah, no, I was saying with Keeley, I don't know what you guys where you guys didn't hear me. It muted. Sorry, guys. But with Keeley, like him moving over to the Bandit, right? He's in this fresh position switch. I think he'll be really, really, really good. And as far as we're looking, as far as him, I haven't heard anything about Keeley leaving.
No,
I think that's popped up in like chats in other places, like other talk, other channels and whatnot. I haven't seen anything like that on Twitter. I haven't seen any players mention anything. I've seen something, right? And so, absolutely nothing out there. So I really don't think we're gonna see that. I mean, I hope not, right? We don't.
And it wouldn't make any sense either.
Spring. No,
it wouldn't make any sense. You're talking about a player that, I mean, this is an open competition, so it's not like he's, there's a player in front of him and he has no opportunity to compete. He has a chance to either be a starter or to be a heavy to be heavy use in the rotation. Yes, he's making the switch to Bandit, but I mean, that's a guy that with his size and frame could still excel at and he can still excel at. right? A lot of his strength is a lot of those physical intangibles. A lot of that comes with playing really well at the Bandit. That doesn't lower it. I can understand if this was like a LT Overton where he has to play all the way outside. That's not his game. That's not what he's good at,
man.
Right?
Yeah, I hear you.
He has physical limitations, which he has those physical limitations, which for the most part, it doesn't allow him to excel and just overall, get that upside like we think he can be if you try to move him inside. Keon Keeley's a different beast. Keon Keeley has the means with all to whether if you want to play him inside or outside, he has that type of ability based off of those physical tools. So no, it just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't, especially because it's so fresh for him to have that opportunity to play. It wouldn't make any sense at all for him to transfer, especially because he's probably not going to be guaranteed to start anyway by going.
No, and I mean, like to be in a position where he's working with Coach Roach, and
right.
I mean, gosh, dude, like it just puts him in such a winning spot and in a position of advantage in the long run, especially if the guy wants to, for all you guys to know. I mean, if this guy, he's so talented, he's so big, he's fast, right? And you look at him, TR334, yo, what's up, man? I was just talking about you. I thought I saw you in here earlier. Want to say what's up? And I know there's a couple others who jumped in here too and saying what's going on. But Valverde, hey, what's going on? So I tell you though, he's like, you put him in that spot, he starts to really get down those fundamentals, and he excels and continues to learn. I mean, that guy has that NFL athleticism, that NFL like where he can really dominate off the edge in the NFL, right? And so I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see how he produces when he gets into those positions, right? Off the edge, especially that Bandit, man. I mean, that guy, he is strong. So I don't know where that rumor started, you know what I'm saying? But it's good. But we jump back into some of these contracts too. Hitchler, we saw him with, he's probably maybe one of the few guys for all the coaches with him maybe being younger. Moon Rocco, what's up, man? I was wondering where you were at. Want to say what's going on. Haven't seen you guys for a minute. So I just want to say what's up to everybody, and undefeated. You guys are the best. Undefeated, as we call that chat. Undefeated, absolutely. So, but Colin Hitchler, you're right. He comes from the Wisconsin, but Cincinnati, right? And and I like it. I like his contract. I think he's one of those up and coming coaches, right? Everyone talks about how good he is, and he is a phenomenal recruiter, right? Like that's the one thing with Hitchler. Once I saw him talk through the interviews. And I brought this up with Kyle earlier, is the way he presents himself in his like kind of calm, cool demeanor. He's one of those guys where you're like, you enjoy hanging out with, right? Like he's just a cool dude and he's low key and it's like, we can just do whatever. Let's roll, man. And then you got Christian Robinson, who definitely brings the energy, man. Like that guy, I love what Christian Robinson's doing. He's another young up and comer. So you got them pretty equal, it looks like, in contract wise, just about. You got Brian Ellis, and Brian was a unique one, but I think Brian is again another young up and comer. It's weird to say like up and comer to some of these guys because they've had so much success. So I don't want to like disrespect these coaches and say up and comer when the truth is they're here. They're not up and comers anymore. They're here. But I think but when you step into like the Alabama arena of coaching, right? That's when people are like, well, you haven't been at these other schools or you haven't done this or that. And it's like, man, get out of here. These guys are here. They're studs. So I'm going to stop saying up and comer. That's just what they were labeled when people said, hey, these are good coaches. I like Courtney Morgan.
Like you could say, like for the most part, like, hey, like they can get higher position, like higher, like promotion, like they can become a head coach.
Yeah, 100%.
You could say that technically.
You could. That's true, and they will. Like all these guys will. Like these guys are all people that you can literally go down the coaching list and start going, whoa. Like these guys are. Every single one of them is impressive. Every single one of them has this projection to be amazing. Maybe bigger positions as they go on, whether it's head coaches or from position coaches to maybe coordinators, right? Or even jump to the NFL. So they're all there. And so it's going to be exciting to see their development. And what I mean by that is more so like how they all come together, right? And then as a staff, just make this team into what I think it's going to be, you know. And I already see a question in here about Ackland Deer. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I know there's a couple articles that came out. I think it was maybe on On3. I haven't looked into Ackland Deer. Someone's asking. Patrick's going, hey, have we're hearing anything positive about Ackland Deer? And because he had released his top. Did he release his top 5 or 4? I can't remember what it was, but Bama wasn't on it when he released it, if I'm correct. If that's who you're talking about. A-Train. So hopefully, though, I mean, you never know. It's so early in the recruiting process. Again, I went into this earlier today with Kyle and a little bit with Ty. Like it's super early in the recruiting process.
Yeah.
So you gotta, I call it the recruiting addiction, because there's so much going on right now with the recruiting scene, like so much. I mean, it's just wild. So, and we'll jump a little bit into that, but I was going to jump back to the payouts, right? And then you had Courtney Morgan at $500,000. I like that. Courtney Morgan's phenomenal. He deserves that, if not more. Courtney Morgan's good. And then you got Jay Nunez, right? Special teams coordinator at $250,000. So I like it, man. I'm happy. I'm glad these contracts got done. All these guys deserve this. It's huge. It's exciting. I'm excited to see kind of like how this all takes off too, from the standpoint of DeBoer, and because there is all that talk out there constantly about DeBoer and like how long will he be here? If he wins, how long will he stay? And that's a good question to ask. I mean, what do we know? A lot of people are like, well, look at his track record, right? Like he's only at some places for certain amounts of time. Well, he has also those are all like promotional steps, right? And so the next promotional step would be the NFL. But the question is if they were going to fix all of this NIL transfer portal wildness, right? I loved what Nick Saban had to say about it. He didn't answer the questions necessarily directly. he kind of just gave his take of saying, like, when he did talk with that group, right? And from the government standpoint, he's like, I got into this to develop guys and to help them have productive lives. And he didn't say he's against it. He didn't say he's necessarily for it. He just doesn't want to see it, just take over and become this chaotic free agency, which it is kind of right now. So, but we'll see if that kind of gets fixed. Then, I think I would feel good about DeBoer staying for quite some time. I mean, he was at Sioux Falls in the beginning for 5 years. So if not 6, but I mean, I would feel good. I mean, Alabama, we can all consider to be the top step, right, of college football. So he's hit that top step. Now, can he do his thing and cement like his own legacy here, right? On top of all the amazing, great legacies that have come through this program, does he get to cement it his own and have his own statue? That would be my goal, man. Right? Like, I want my own statue, man. Yeah, like
you'll get it,
dude. I'd be sitting there going, man. You know what? I want to go for that record. That's what I'd be saying because he's a competitive dude. They all are, right? But I mean, Coach DeBoer is a competitive dude. I mean, he's humble. He's a low key guy, but he's competitive as can be. So, man, if I were him, that's what I'd be saying to myself. Like, let's go for that record, man. I want that big statue. I like it, but
yeah.
What else we got?
Funny, Ellis got paid too.
What was his?
Got paid $1.1 million for being just tight end coach. He got the $1.1 million.
So is that his? But that's with the incentives, right?
I don't know if you could say that's an overpay or if that's right in his direction. But yeah, we have paid a lot of positional coaches really, really high value. I guess you could, like, some people make an argument like in Ellis and in this situation where he got paid, $1.1 million compared to some of the other coaches that are getting paid like $800,000, like $900,000. But overall wise, I mean, this coaching staff in general, like they got paid even for some positional coaches that a lot of universities won't even do. One thing that I can definitely view that this program highly views these coaches as extremely valuable despite the age differences. And this is a pretty young coaching staff if you really take a look at it. There's probably going to be some coaches here and there that's probably going to take off and go to the next level. Like I can see Robinson going. I could see him leaving. I also like linebackers coach because he is a really young coach. And I could see him leaving, especially because he's got, he's on a $650,000 deal, so that could happen. But other than that, I mean, a lot of these coaches, it looks like, are going to be set. We don't have details yet because I don't think anyone's providing any details of buyouts. But I do feel comfortable, way more comfortable than last year, because the contracts last year were not as generous as these contracts are. Like a lot of these contracts were kind of, you know what? There's, again, and now if you want to count incentives, then yeah, they've obviously they got a lot of coaches got paid last year based off if we include the incentives in their deals. A lot of these contracts, it's just pure annual, right? We haven't even gotten down to the incentive yet. Like we just talked about with Gillespie, like he's getting paid $900,000. But if you include the incentives within his contract, it reaches up to $1.7 million, and that doesn't even include playoff appearance, SEC championship. Like that just includes just all other team goals which are included in the contract. So these coaches, this is a pretty This is definitely one of the most valuable coaching staffs in college football, money wise, and I think that just in a way puts on more pressure for this coaching staff for them to deliver, because that's a lot of money, man, that they've invested in. And we all know Alabama, they're not afraid to do it, especially when it comes to football. They're not afraid to invest the dollars in order for this team to go ahead and compete for a championship.
Yeah. Well, and 100, you got this spot on. Like that's the truth. And it also goes to show like how much like this administration and I guess overall like the belief behind what is going on, right? Like, so we all out here, all of us who get out here and talk about Alabama football, all of us know and we believe it. All the fans, for the most part, believe it, right? But the beautiful part is now we're seeing it from the back end too. So there's this belief circle that DeBoer creates, right? This is how he wins. I mean, this is truly how he wins everywhere he goes. He starts the foundation of this belief circle, and it might be small, but what happens over time is it grows massively, and it grows very, very fast. So what we're now seeing, just based on what we're seeing in these contracts, is this belief circle, this big like buy-in to what he's doing is happening. And you're seeing it with recruiting, you're seeing it with the fan base, you're seeing it with the players. Probably the most important part is those players in the locker room, right? You see it obviously with the coaches, the type of people they brought in, not just how good of coaches they are, but you see it with the way these guys are as human beings, right? And how they hold themselves. Okay. And then you see it with the administration completely backing what they're doing by offering these contracts that are huge, and allow them to feel like, hey, you have support from all angles to be the best you can be. We believe in you. Now go win us a championship. Because that's exactly what you just said. Like, all right, here's everything you need. Go win a championship. Let's do it. Like, let's go. So I like it. I think I'm all about this. Like, this is great. And like it just goes to show that nothing has fallen off. Any doubters can sit back and be like, okay, wait a minute, this isn't the downplay that we wanted it to be, right? This isn't the bad. No, Bama fell off because Saban's gone. This isn't there anymore, right? So, and you're seeing that, and especially when you have a administration and the board of trustees sitting there is going, okay, like we're good with this, So I love it. I mean, shoot. And we got these playoffs coming up too.
Which, that's actually a pretty good transition, because I did want to ask you about what you thought about a lot of they know how I feel, but I definitely want to get your input on the 14-team playoff expansion about that. Because all of a sudden now we can include, like, the board's getting, I think, around $400,000. I think they described it, but it's either $250 or it's $400,000 just for him to get in. And then we haven't even included the playoff wins, and then obviously getting to the national championship. That's just appearances.
I
that he's
know.
getting a lot of money, including with the incentives, which honestly, it's probably going to be a lot easier for that incentivized deal to go through, because in 24, obviously with the SEC now, again, this is official. The SEC and the Big Ten are taking the most revenue compared to the other conferences. Like that's it is what it is. That pretty much tells me that more college football, that there are going to be more teams from the Big Ten, the SEC that's going to be included, and all these other conferences can pretty much screw off. You see what Florida State's trying to do. They're trying to run off. Clemson's trying to get out of there. I don't even know how Notre Dame's able to do it. They're the third highest paid, right alongside the ACC and the Big 12, which is ridiculous, but that's just the way it is. So you can include So if Notre Dame has a 2-loss season, expect them to get in. But what do you think about overall wise the 14-team playoff expansion? Do you think that's kind of more of a good thing for college football? I mean, it's a good thing for us. Like, do you think? I think it's a good thing for us, especially for DeBoer and obviously a lot of these coaches that are going to get paid. But is that a great thing going forward for college football?
I mean, I think it gives more teams obviously opportunities to show up when the time is nay, right? Like we're so you're in this out. It's funny how teams, and you see this honestly, you see this in March Madness every year, right? In the tournament for basketball, you have these teams come in and they just perform, right? You're like, whoa, where have you been all season? Will Alabama do that this year? I don't know, but with basketball wise, but from the football standpoint, I like it because it does give these other teams the chance to come in and just maybe try and strut their stuff and be one of those types of teams where maybe they have an up and down regular season, but then when they get into the playoffs, all of a sudden they come to life, or maybe they gain momentum towards the end of their season. We saw that a lot last year. The one team that really stood out to me last year at the end of the season was Arizona. Arizona started that season. They were not very good. The Wildcats, right? Like Arizona was like, I don't know about them, right? And then all of a sudden, Arizona came to life. In the end of the season, they could play with the big boys, and it was impressive. So that's why I think I like the 14-team playoff. It gives more of those teams an opportunity because you end up having the 5 highest conference champions, right? Highest ranked conference champions, and then you have 9 of the highest ranked in general. So I mean, I like it. It's not bad. What's interesting though is what I thought with this is, so you're right. Like from a standpoint overall, I think the Big Ten and SEC rule it all. Okay. But then you have Notre Dame as an independent who's able to negotiate these. I don't know how Notre Dame did it. They got if not more money than the Big 12. It was crazy to me. Like how do you guys work that as an independent, right? Whoever's over there doing the contract negotiations.
Peacock money, man. That NBC Peacock money.
Whoa.
That's just that's what I'm saying, guys. These streaming services, these TV contracts matter. Yeah. They matter a lot. I mean, and the fact of the matter is, the ACC, even though they have a contract deal with ESPN, they do not compete with the SEC. The Big Ten has their own network, which earns them just as much, if not more, than the ACC, and has been like that for years.
Yeah.
It's like of course, Texas has their own network, but that just let's be honest, that's more regional, more compared. Like Notre Dame's a national brand. When they're on and when you're getting paired with NBC and you're getting exclusive rights, that matters. That's a lot of money that they're bringing over. Plus they're again, it helps that they're also a private institution. It's true. It's ridiculous what's going on, but it's I don't know how. And like I said, the 14-team playoff, as far as the games go, is going to be great, right? We're going to see a bunch of great matchups. Like you just said before, there's going to be upsets, like no tomorrow. And I think just overall from the month from December to January is going to be crazy, right? Because that January, like that early December period was kind of boring until all of a sudden you got to bowl season. And even bowl season kind of got, especially like the last 10 years with the playoff, it kind of just mitigated how valuable those bowl games actually were. And so you will have to wait until bowl season, like late bowl season, in order for you to get entertained. So that's more fun.
Yeah. And for me, like, I think I saw a comment in here too. I was just reading it, and this is, Buck, you said this. I like the 14 team playoffs, but that's a lot of games for these kids to play without getting paid.
Yeah, 17 games potentially.
Yeah, it's a lot. It will be interesting to see if they maybe change up a little bit with the non-conference games then, right? That could maybe help with the solution, I believe. But because some of those non-conference games are stupid. Like, they're basically scrimmages, especially for a lot of these other teams. Like, some of them are really good. Yeah, they were fun when you're seeing like some major teams play against each other. But other than that, the ones that were like, little easy games, like, I'm not about that. Like, get out of here with that. I don't need any of those, man. Like, let's just start rocking. So I like the fact that if we can maybe cut down some of those non-conference, and then we can focus on the conference, and then we have an expanded playoff, then we're looking at, okay, these teams who are and deserving to get there, right? And we put some things into place record-wise. Maybe we get some better rankings out of it too, potentially, to actually get some legit people in the positions in the playoffs that deserve to be there, instead of saying, well, your record was this because you played so-and-so, so that wasn't that good. Whereas this team played a whole bunch of ranked teams. That's so hard to judge, a strength of schedule. And that's what I'm going at with that. So I don't know. I like I said, going back to just the overall 14 team playoff, I like it, man. Like, I'm all about it. And we'll see kind of how it rolls. It will be interesting to see how much control the Big Ten and the SEC actually. We know they're going to have a good chance of this big control, and Ruben Poole, you got it, man. Bama playing Wisconsin this year is not a scrimmage game. I agree. I'm not saying like necessarily Bama's schedule. I'm saying like there's a lot of other teams though.
Exactly. You'll have somebody else play You'll have somebody else play Progressive University. Like, it's just
it makes no sense.
How is that fair for us? How is that fair that we play Wisconsin, take the risk, go on the road in front of 80,000 people at Camp Randall, and the only reason why we're playing these games is because it supposedly increases our strength of schedule. Well, guess what? With the college football, with the 14 team playoff happening, you have eliminated regular season play. You have eliminated the importance of regular season play, because now all of a sudden these non-conference games, these major non-conference games for that strength of schedule, that crap doesn't matter anymore, because of the Big Ten, the SEC getting the majority of the revenue, which means that more teams kind of go in. So that all of a sudden tells us that those conferences are they're more important to play in. It doesn't matter who you schedule in the beginning. It won't matter, because your conference of play sucks compared to the SEC and the Big Ten conference. So you have eliminated strength of schedule. You have, in a way, you might have eliminated conference championships, because all of a sudden for an SEC team or a Big Ten school, there's a chance, a great chance, that a 9-3 team can get into the college football playoff as the 13th or 14th team. So
well, I think that's what Moonrockers are saying. That that's what I think Moonrocker's going with what you were just saying, Jay, because like that 12-14 is too many teams devaluing regular season and conference champions, right? So it's interesting, because that's almost what happened with the NCAA basketball tournament, right? We talked about that earlier. It's like it doesn't even mean as much anymore, right? With the basketball tournament, just due to the fact that you could end up losing and it doesn't really even matter. Maybe you get placed in a better bracket because of that, what I'm saying? Like some of these brackets are insane. Yeah, insane.
Auburn is in the toughest bracket. That's the bracket is going in our favor. It's in our favor. We have the easiest bracket out of any team. Auburn is playing in the hardest bracket, and they just won it. They just won the SEC championship game.
Yeah,
stupid.
That's how does that work? How does that, what I mean? Like, who picked that? Is it a computer? Like, I don't know, man. It's just so crazy, man. And I see some other guys in here too. Give a shout out to some of you guys who come in here. I saw, let's see here, Travel Entrepreneur Sports Podcast. What's going on, man? What's going on? Ronnie Jones, what's up? What's up? I want to make sure you give you guys a shout out as we get in. I haven't seen a lot of you for a minute. James Crick, what's going on? And so I want to say hi as we roll in here. I love seeing you guys. Hacker Music, what's up? And I want to say hi because I'm finally back. I love being back. I love being here to talk to you guys. Jeff, what's up, man? It'll be interesting to see kind of what they do. And it is kind of a sad future. I went back and I looked when I was playing, right? Used to the BCS days, right? So I those days were fun. I liked it, man. I remember, and it goes back to the video game coming out with college football. Like I used to love playing that game, and I'm gonna love playing it now, even with it, right? But hey, Cynthia, what's going on? But you go through and you get it, playing those bowl games. Well, those, like you just said, those bowl games don't necessarily matter anymore, right? So it's a bummer. It truly does take away some of that. I don't know. College football always had that feel, and it does take a little bit out of that. But it's all good. It's gonna, everything evolves, right? In the end of the day, everything evolves. There's things always changing, right? So, and it could end up being for the better. We don't know. That's the positive spiel on it right there. So, but I will say, like, I am about, though, if they're going to do it this way going forward, and some people have brought this up, like, then we do need to make sure, like, the NIL stuff gets fixed so the players are all getting paid correctly, instead of, maybe just major pockets to pay for play, really. Like, I want to get that. I think that's a big deal. I think it does need to be fixed. They deserve to be paid. Shit, I wish I got paid back in the day. But the transfer portal thing, though, is kind of wild, man. Like that part for me, like I get maybe one, but man, you got like 2 different dates, and you can potentially transfer up to 3 times. Maybe if you get a waiver, maybe even 4 times.
Too many.
Too many, man.
It's
that's like
too many windows.
Yeah, that's wild. Like, just do one and done, and we'd be good with that. So, we'll see as it goes on, and kind of how things develop. I know they're gonna definitely kind of try and fix some things. But yeah, Buck, you said it, man. Money is what rules college sports now, 100%. Like, it's honestly, it's sad. It's sad because, I mean, I love watching, like, history documentaries too. You know what I'm saying? Like, on, like, football and stuff. Like, overall, like that. I always talk about Saturdays in the South. That documentary. That is the freaking best documentary. It's so cool, man. I love that stuff. So, shoot, what else were we going to jump into, Jay? I know there's a couple other things. We were talking a little bit about recruiting. I know you guys had some recruiting questions, right? So I mean, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm excited. I'm happy. If you guys weren't in here earlier, I think I have a pretty good idea what Duke Johnson's going to do. Darrell Duke Johnson, right? I think it's going to be good. I'm excited for him. I'm not going to say anything. It's his decision. I'm just saying, like, whatever he decides, right? Good for him. But I'm not going to go into depth on that. But I will say, like, overall, from a recruiting standpoint, what we're seeing and what we're hearing is a lot of good stuff. I love the guys who jumped in already. Who have already, hey, what's up, Chris? I see you in here, man. I love the fact that, you see some guys already jumping on opportunities, but it is so early in the recruiting process. From a standpoint of committing now, like, a lot of people are upset because the 2026 interior offensive lineman in chat. Maybe you guys can help me.
That's 2 years. That's 2 years from now.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, don't even worry about that. If I were him, I wouldn't even commit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just unless you're sure, you are 150% sure that you want to go to this school. There's no point in committing when you got a whole, like, 2 years to play. Like in high school. So, I mean. That's the thing, right? With some of these guys, the early commit. So I'm not mad at him. I think his name was it Fiki or right? I can't remember that kid's name.
Interior
offensive lineman. Yeah, I think it was interior offensive lineman. Helton. But yeah, man, he's a good kid. I think he's going to be a stud. I think we'll see him back. But in the meantime, like, let him go and explore and learn and. Yeah, have fun through the recruiting process, right? Because the recruiting process is a lot of fun. Like, that stuff's awesome. It's exciting. Like, I mean, you get to go. You think about it for a young kid in high school, man. I remember going to USC right after they won the Orange Bowl. Right, Pete Carroll's there. Ed Orgeron was there. And I remember walking in there, and I'm like, "Whoa, this is so cool." Now, I didn't know as much about USC because I was newer to football still, but you just don't, right? You don't realize like how cool it is to go see these places and just see the history behind them. Like I mean, it's just amazing. Like going to Florida back when Florida was winning, right? I remember going there when Urban Meyer's there, right, and going through the recruiting process, and that was pretty cool. It was cool to see it, right? You just had heard about it a lot, but being from the West Coast, you didn't get to see it down in Florida quite as often. So it's for a lot of these kids being able to travel around the U.S. and see these universities and see how cool it is. Good for them. In the end of the day, though, they got to go based off of their feelings and obviously where home is for them. That is huge, and that's why I really support what Alabama and Coach KD are doing with this really like family feel. You know what I mean? Like it truly is. And the players, you see it with the players. I love what they're doing. I mean, we saw like a couple of the guys out there working out together, helping these young guys like catch up fast. I mean, that's legit. That's what great teams do. They want to see everybody succeed. And that's somewhere, if you're a young guy, that's where you want to be in the end, man. You want to be somewhere where they want you to be successful, So, but I mean, as far as some other guys, like we look at some of the young guys coming. I mean, there's a lot of talk with Juju Lewis, right? Like the Juju Lewis factor. I mean, he's a stud. Is he going to jump over? I mean, he's been at Bama a lot. Feels like he is consistently coming up here. I think he's really trying to weigh that option. He's trying to get himself in that mindset and to see like, is this a better fit for me? Right? Like, because I mean, and Juju's legit, man. Like that guy is good.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, like, it's exciting, and then you got like Georgia commit Justice Terry. Well, I know he's trying to get up there, man. And that's exciting, right? And so you got some of these guys, man, that are excited, that are really like, you get Caleb Cunningham, who makes the comments about Shepherd, where he's like, man, that's the guy I got to play for. Okay, so like you're starting to see these comments come out of guys.
Yeah, these coaches, they resonate with these players a lot. I'm telling you, these coaches resonate a lot more with these players a lot. I think a little bit more than what Saban brought in the last 3 to 4 years. A lot of these coaches, they just relate to the kids. And that matters. That definitely plays a factor.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a big deal, and I mean, it's exciting to see. Smook kind of dropped some stuff out there a little bit, and it'd be interesting to hear what he has to say about it too. It was like Luke Metz, right? Luke Metz is a stud. The linebacker out of Georgia. I mean, he is a man. Whoa, that guy is a player. I mean, he's a go-getter. So, and you got a lot of, I mean, there's so many you could list off, but then you see like Antonio Coleman flipping back over, right? Antonio's going, all right, man, I see what's going on here now. Like it took me a minute, but I see it, right? And I know he feels good about his decision. And so I love the aspect of what's going on from a recruiting standpoint. There's just so much, it's just consistent chatter about Alabama, consistent chatter. Have you kind of looked at any recruits that you liked or you're excited about? Jay?
There you go. I got it back. What'd you say?
I said, hey, have you looked at any recruits that you're excited about? Has there been any that you've seen?
I've been slow on it. Coach Murrah, I am just like you, man. I normally don't get going on recruiting until July.
Yeah, every year.
Because like I said, I've been watching like Jamie French, obviously like Juju Lewis. Like I've been watching like those type of recruits. But like around like June, July period, I pay really close attention to high school sports. I love high school sports. So
I know, man.
Right now I'm on basketball season. I love basketball season, but this happens every year with Alabama, and I don't think it's going to change anything different. July and August is about to be Judgment Day for recruiting. Yeah. I know that's when Bama will get hot. It'll get their commits. But like, yeah, it's crazy because it's like, like the 2026 kid left, and a bunch of people were just going off on. I'm like, dude, this is a 15, 16-year-old. Well, of course, he looks like a grown man, but he's 15. 15 years old, and they're just people are, so I'm just like, it's very early. We all know how this goes. Let these kids enjoy the recruiting process. I just leave it alone until a little bit later on. But yeah, these pretty much the ordinary suspects, keeping track of just some of the commits that we have here that I'm a little excited for. But I just leave it alone to like around that summer period.
I'm super excited for him, man. I think it's cool for some of these guys, like with the guys that we had come on. You know what I mean? Like I love the fact of the guys we got that have committed already from the 2025 class. Absolutely, very
Anthony
high.
Rogers, Smith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
excited
you
for
got,
you guys.
and they're great, and it's nice for them because if they, and I try to tell guys this all the time when you talk to guys, like, man, if you find home, if you know that's where you want to be, yeah, you can take your other visits, go check it out, like see if they could try to sell you all day. That's the way it works, man. But you got to figure out where home is, and that's really what it comes down to is like, where is home, right? Where do you feel good? And for a lot of the recruits going through the process, it's easy to kind of get sidetracked by all the craziness, like, because you can walk on a campus and be like, oh, this is so cool. Look at all this stuff. Look at how amazing this is. And now there's a lot of like kind of some money being involved too. That's different, and Monica Hill, what's up? What's going on? Brian Russell, I see you in here too, man. Like there's a lot of people jumping in here. And that money aspect's another part of it. But I also say is as a recruit, you got to really think about this from this standpoint. It's like you're going to spend your next 2, 3, 4 or 5 years there, right? And you want to be around guys that you develop that bond with really quickly, right? That the locker room in general, the whole locker room feels good. Not just a group of guys, but like the whole locker room. That coaches you can go to, right? And you can talk to and feel good about and sit down with. You want to be able to sit down with your position coach. You don't want to be intimidated or be like, not feel like you have that type of relationship with them. And so I try to, that's why I'm like, man, with players, man, they're going through this process. When I talk to guys, it's like, hey, focus on like, how do you feel when you go there? Like, do you see yourself, make sure you love it and make sure you love the guys around you and love what they're doing, and that's why I give a lot of props to this staff at Alabama right now. I mean, they're genuine and sincere. They're perfect. I said this earlier, the South is different from recruiting just from the standpoint of like these guys, the South down here, right? The people from the South, it's a hospitality. People really care about people, right? If you go to the East Coast or you go to the West Coast, it's not necessarily the case. People are genuine in the South, right? There's sincerity. Not saying it's not the case everywhere else. Like you got people other places that are still like that, but you're talking like just the culture in itself, right? That's where DeBoer fits in like perfect. And honestly, the staff does in the way they recruit kids because they're real. They're real. They don't got a fake accent. You don't go to LSU and then think the head coach is now from, Tennessee. So
I'm taking my family. What's going on, Coach Smook?
What's up, Coach Smook? See you in here? I heard that voice, man. I heard it in here.
Jake, what's good, man? Am I tapping in and out? Am I going in and out?
No, I can hear you now.
Can you see me?
No, I can't see you.
No, you're blacked out, Coach Smook.
Oh man,
blacked out. Got a long screen, dude.
Hold on, let me get up out of here.
Yeah, you get okay. He's good. You can jump in back in. Yeah, fake accent. Yeah, you guys like that? I was good, huh? No, man, like. Yeah, so.
Yo, can you?
Yeah, there we go. Go Smook, everybody.
What's going on, family?
Chilling, brother. How you doing?
All right.
Listen here, buddy. Listen. Right here, down here in Tuscaloosa, what we're doing is what I like to call a little recruiting. It's a lot of recruiting going on, some good recruiting. And that old DeBoer, that feller there, and that Courtney Morgan feller.
There he is.
That Hodges feller and that Jatavis.
Coach, they better respect us.
Listen,
they better respect us.
If you don't put Alabama back at the top, we're gonna take it. Simple as that. You can't get no better, can't get no worse. It just is what it is, bro.
Dude, I love it, man.
That's how you gonna start off tonight? That's what we doing?
Dude,
God, man.
Janice like loves this day all day.
That's
all day.
What we doing? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what we doing? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I like it.
That's what happened. I guess that's what happened when you miss a morning segment.
Yeah.
They just waiting. They just waiting to tear you down. Beat you down. Thank you for the 999 super chat there. Auntie Janet with the hashtag phone live matters.
There it is.
I'm currently on 68%. If you
phone lives matter, man.
What's my phone?
Oh man.
Oh, that's great.
Man, how y'all boys doing? How was your segment?
All right.
It's good, man.
It was good. It was good. Yeah. Really, really good. You know, it's funny. Like we got on just in time too for the contract. We got on just in time for the contract.
Yeah, I saw that, man.
Got paid. They got
right now, so I don't have to do it.
Yeah, they got. Yeah, so yeah. DeBoer, he got what? The 10, 11 million at least for like this year. But he's got paid. Coach Womack got paid. I think what 5 million, 4 or 5 million.
Yeah.
Brian Ellis. I mean, yeah, that 1.1 million as a tight end coach. I can't. If somebody could name me another tight end coach that's getting paid 1.1 million, I would love to hear it. These coaches, man,
that's crazy though. I was looking at some of the numbers. I was like, but Jared, I just keep referencing my Kalen DeBoer video that I had posted on YouTube when he first got hired, and that same order when Coach Saban got to take over.
Yeah.
Same type of dealings was done for those coaches and that staff. Tell you, man.
Well, you look at, it's crazy, man. DeBoer's full contract worth is $87 million. $87 million. So 10.875 per year. That's wild. That's good. Good for. I love it. I just wish the buyout was higher.
Yeah, the buyout I wish was longer.
Yeah.
Well, you got to look at the market now, man. It's a different ball game. So
that's true.
You can't even play with their flexibility, especially with the instability of NIL and how everything is going now. It's good to know that he's trying to stick around for more than 4 years, right?
And it's true.
Some are doing 6. He did 8. He said 8.
Right. I mean, I think, but I talked about this earlier in the segment. Is like I think that was like the whole key. I think for him, it's a matter of, maybe he has eventually NFL aspirations, but I think he actually wants to stay put for a minute. His kids are about. His daughter's a freshman in college playing softball. I think she's at Alabama because I know she was at Washington unless she transferred, right?
She transferred.
She transferred, right? So she's at Alabama. Yeah, so she's a freshman, right? And then he has another daughter who's gonna be popping into college soon too. Like I don't think he wants to bounce, right? I think he wants to finally get some roots. No. So, I mean, I'm all about
Alabama. I know Coach Saban has sold the whole. Man, this is the perfect town to just kind of live. Like Coach Saban could walk around T-Town and not be bombarded because of it's T-Town.
Yeah.
And he lived on the outskirts of it anyway. So.
Well, I mean, I love what they did. I think it was an awesome move. I think they really locked some people in. And I think you got a staff who actually wants to be here. I mean, you've had a chance to interact a little bit with them, Smook. I mean, what was your thoughts going through that, man?
Bro, Jamarcus Shepard is different. I honestly believe he might be the next head coach of Alabama. He has such a love for the University of Alabama with his family ties. He didn't get to grow up here. Only used to come by, even before the interview, just having the 8-minute conversation outside in the hallway with him was like, he was just happy to be back in Alabama, the state of Alabama, and to see how, he was talking about the high schools, how much they've advanced, and recruiting in state is important. Like, and it's some cats in this 26, 27, 28, even classic cats in middle school that was here for the recruiter visits, not this past Friday before last.
Yeah.
They were just here, man, and I'm getting inboxes every week, man. Wide receivers mostly. It's mostly wide receivers want me to show their film on Bama football on YouTube because Coach Shepard gotta watch y'all show, And I'm like, nah, man, it don't work like that, but we'll try. you know, but they love Coach Shepard. Like,
Yeah,
real,
well,
man.
Well, and you know what too is like he's like a college guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a development guy. He says that in his interview, right? He says it outright. He just says, "I love developing dudes." You know, like it's and you get to do that. You think about the impact you make on young kids, right? Coming out of high school into college, it's such a great impact. It's such a huge time frame. You need if you're playing sports, or even you're just a young guy in general not playing sports,
Right.
having a mentor like that to help guide you into the next part of your life as an adult, as a man. I mean, there's a calling for that, right? And there's guys out there who have that, who are made for that. Coach Cap, that's why I have a lot of respect for Coach Cap. I think he's very much that type of guy. I mean, they all are, right? But there's some who have like a different passion for it, right? They're almost when they say that's like their son, or like they look at them like their kids. That's truly how they feel.
Mo Linquist is getting that same type of vibe. Colin Hitchler, man, he relates on a psychological level. I didn't even see that coming with him, you know. And I mean, even Kane Womack, you know, uncle type feel. Like I'm the cool hip uncle. I may not wear my pants under my butt, but I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
ain't no cap. 100%. You know, like to hear him using slang and stuff, that's the energy we need. That's what we want at Bama. So it's exciting to be a part of.
These are players coaches. These are players coaches, man.
Every last one.
All of them. Mm-hmm.
Christian
Even
Robinson
was like Coach Rob.
Yep. I'm telling you, man. We thought we lost to Rob with you know, Coach Rob and T Rob, but I think we got a better, more, you know, not necessarily. I think he's just straight up honest. He's gonna be straight up honest, and he has a tenacity about his energy when it comes to coaching that outside linebacker group, man. Just exactly what you want to see. And, you know, he leans on Freddie Roach. You know, Jamie Mosley is a part of that support staff for those guys. You know, two guys that have been in the trenches at Bama. You know, he's been in the trenches at Georgia. So it's like they got the culture, the mindset for what it took, and they kind of like to tell you if you earn your stripes or not. So, I mean, it's about to get ugly, man. I feel sorry for college football. Everybody that's talking crazy like Bama is down and out. I feel sorry for them, man. I seen somebody yesterday or a few days ago was saying that they predicting Alabama to go 6-6.
Oh,
what?
Well, you know what? Use that as bulletin material. Because remember when Georgia won the national championship? What did Nolan Smith say? Or everyone's saying we're gonna go 4-8.
Yeah,
use that
like
as bulletin material.
You know, that is crazy though. Like, how do we go from having number 4 team, right, to losing? You lose Isaiah Barnes, Amari E. Black, you know, I mean, and Caleb Downs, Caden Proctor, Seth Glossman. I mean, that's it. That's really all you lose. Yes, other people left, but you're talking about as far as production, that's all you lose, and then you draft guys. But we've been losing guys to the draft. I mean, one year, I think people forget, one year Alabama, the year they had to replace 18 starters total on both sides of the ball, was the year we were one game away from the national championship. That was, you know, Ohio State, the year we lost Ohio State. Like, overhauling the offensive line, and you're talking about a different style of play now. Like, nobody knows what Bama's bringing to the table offensively, and they're going to see a new style defense. Like, their gap scheme, people going to wonder why Alabama's sack numbers and QB pressure numbers jump like 60, 50, you know, 50, 60 than what it was last year. I just can't wait to see it, man. It's just turn on the tape, look at a Washington game from last year, just any Washington game from last year, and just think about that with a little bit more handoffs, a better run game, a more efficient run game, like
more efficient, for sure. And I think that's what's going to be exciting with them too. It's like you look at the offense and the way it works around the players that it has, right? Because everywhere it goes, it's all based on the personnel, and that's how a good offense or a good coach probably is going to coach. But this type of offense, it sticks to its foundational roots. At the same time, it utilizes the talent in what is hot in the moment. Kyle asked this question to me earlier, and he said, well, you know, how is it going to see earlier today? How are we going to see this offense get maybe utilized from explosiveness, whether it's going to be the running backs or the wide receivers? You know what it's going to come down to is obviously who we're playing and what scheme we're playing against. But at the same time, it's going to come down to who has the hot hand.
That's
You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I was going to talk about that tonight, but I've been saying it for the longest. Like even with the wide receivers, it's going to be wide receiver by committee, but you're going to have 6 or 7 guys that are going to be in that rotation, and you never know which game you're going to have to cover. Caleb Odom or Jalen Hill, whoever's going to be hot at the eggs. You don't know if one game Kendrick Law might come out of the slot and be a hot hand, and then you turn around and you have Emmanuel Henderson's feeling off of him, you know, like feeding off of him, and then you got Jeremy Bernard playing the Z in the slot, and I mean Kobe Prentice, you got to deal with Kobe Prentice routes all day, and don't go 4 wide and bring Emmanuel and Kobe to the slot and have Bernard split out, you know, like Caleb Odom as your X and have him. Man, it's like so many options. Let's split CJ and Danny. Let's put our big tight ends out there and split them, and then have ISO with Caleb Odom on the one-on-one on the other side. Let's see what happens once we spread our big guys out in space and put them against smaller DBs that don't like to tackle or get tired of taking hits on it. Like it's just one phase of the offense, bro. One group. You're talking about your receiving core.
One group.
And this offense, one of the things I love about this offense, it knows how to utilize its personnel strengths.
Everybody.
So when it comes to like variety with these receivers, they're not just going to be running routes that they're uncomfortable with, that they're not going to be good at. They're going to be running routes that they're already great at.
What are you good at? And okay, you good at crossing?
Accelerate.
You good at your overs? You good at judging depth based off, early phase coverage, and you can get across the safety face in the first phase of our off. Oh shit, yeah, we're not gonna make you run no deep comeback route if you burning this. Man, come on, man. Like I had a dude named Akeem Dent. Shout out to my youngin. Akeem Dent could not catch. He could not catch, but that boy was fast. He had to be a solid 4.41, 4.39 kid, and but he could not catch. So, but if Akeem had a deep crossing where the ball had to be thrown out in front of him, he had to get up under, or he gonna get up under. He may not get the yards after, but he gonna get up under. So guess what we use Akeem on? Our play action rollouts. We'll play action left, roll out right. Akeem started the slot on the left, just have him cross right across. If the safety don't go with him, because they don't seen him drop 3 or 4 passes he was supposed to catch earlier in the game, but that one play, that deep crossing, I knew he was gonna score. Watch the film. You gonna leave him alone. Everybody did it. That one play, and we never changed it. Never gave a pre-snap motion for it or nothing. Hey, that's your spot. You're gonna have 3 or 4 opportunities. We're not expecting you to catch 3 out of 4. We need you to catch that 1 out of 4 because we only gonna call the play twice a game. Need you catching them 2 times. That's it.
Yeah. Well, what's beautiful too is like you look at like the personnel and like what they have. That's why it's, if you are a young guy and you're like, hey man, well, I want to go somewhere and I want to start, right? Sorry, this damn cord keeps getting in my way, but I want to go somewhere and I want to start. It's like, hey, like let me tell you something though. Like, okay, I know you want to get noticed and I know you want to get your name rolling as fast as you can. Okay, but that's not going to excel you when you get into the NFL to get that big contract that you want to get, right? What's going to excel you is that you're developed. And so if you can work with guys and play with guys that will help you and help, you get to build based on the talent around you. That's the key thing. If you're a competitor, you're a player, like you're going to play and you're going to ball out. You will match the competition around you. You will match the level of talent around you. And in turn, the younger you do that at, Ryan Williams, honestly, if you want to talk about a genius move, it's Ryan Williams. Comes in early. He might not see the field as much as everybody wants him to, right? Because these expectations that people have. But you know what he is going to do? He's going to develop. Yeah. And he's going to be good.
Because he's not going to be forced into, you get what I'm saying? He's not forced into being a playmaker now. Right. He's going to get opportunities that are fit for him at the 100%. Stage that he's at. You got 6 legit wide receivers in front of Ryan Williams. Not better than him, but that are in front of him. Right? Yeah. I mean, legit. There's no reason to put all the pressure on one guy. Like everybody keep talking about Kendrick Law, Jeremy Bernard. Man, we're 8 or 9 deep. If Kalen DeBoer was to say, hey, y'all get the first 2 series, then y'all get the next 2 series, he could do that for the first half. Literally. 8 possessions, everybody gonna get snaps.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You got your gadget guy, you got your workhorse, you got your boundary, you have your guy that can work simply in the slot. You have your intermediate guy. You have your second and third level type guys. You have different levels.
Jump ball.
Your red zone guy. You have different levels in different concepts throughout the entirety of this offense with these receivers. This is, Washington is the perfect example of if everybody just want to say, what does this offense truly look like? Because you literally saw 5-6 receivers, including tight ends, that had different strengths, and they simply just worked towards it. They didn't go away from it. They didn't make, like Roma Dunze. Roma Dunze, what's he considered in the NFL draft? Being the best, right next to Marvin Harrison, he's the best boundary receiver in the draft. Why? Yep. Because that's what they primarily worked him as. They didn't work him anywhere else. They let McMillan, they let McMillan work the slot, and if he didn't go off for him, Bernard sometimes played that role. Jalen McMillan was the other guy sometimes that could compete on the outside, that could slide to the inside, but he was kind of more of that hybrid technician / boundary type guy. Like all these receivers they had their strengths. They worked towards their strengths. And that's honestly something that honestly for Alabama football, we struggle with Bill O'Brien, of how these receivers are being utilized, and Tommy Rees for the early part of the season of how of what the true strength of these receivers actually were going to be, and why, like Jermaine Burton, there's no reason Jermaine Burton shouldn't have been a 1,200 to 1,300 yard receiver, but you saw him struggle with Bryce Young. Why? Because of the concepts that Bill O'Brien was able to force him in, and the overall it was just no connection between him and Bryce, and it wasn't because Jermaine Burton could run routes. Wasn't because Bryce Young's timing was, he couldn't really time it. It was just because the scheme, bro.
Telling 11, 20, 21 or younger year olds to go out there and be on the same page 98% of the play call. Like, here, go in this set. Go ahead, Bryce. Do what you do. Hey, Jace, come out the game. Let Jameer go in. I don't care if you did just break a 14-yard dive. Yeah. Bump that. Right, it's Bryce's turn. Bryce, I need you to throw the ball. It's first and goal from the 3, and I need us to get in shotgun 5 wide, and I need you to make it happen. You find the spot. It's on you. And receivers, y'all better be in the right spot. Like, that's crazy. And we still was averaging 40 points again. That's crazy.
That's wild, man. It is. But, wow, Smook, I know you got to do your thing. Everybody, it's been awesome, undefeated. It's fun to be back. I'm happy I just got to see these guys, to be honest with you. I haven't seen everybody.
Thanks, man. It's good to have you back, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that 100%, man. Well, hey, I love you guys. Roll Tide. Have fun with Coach Smook. I know I'm going to be tuning in.
Cheers, everybody.
I'll be in chat chilling.
Let's do it.
For sure, man. Roll Tide, fellas. GG's on the segment, man.
Roll Tide.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I gotta say like Brian Kelly. What does Brian Kelly say, man? That roll Tide.
Roll Tide with a W.
God, such a fool, man. Such a fool.
I can't stand that dude, man. What's good, chat? It's turn up time with your boy Coach Smook, man. We in the bite. We out here turning up, man. Let me turn the music up, man. I was just happy to see Jake, man. We got to see Jay a lot last week. I was happy to see Jake, man. It's good to have Brody back in action. Seeing him twice today, man. I couldn't come in like I usually do, man, but we here. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a headache. I ate too fast early. Hey, some Fast Freddy's. What's good, though, y'all? Turn up one time. I don't know what's going on with my PC, but we back on the regular setup. We back on that laptop setup for a little while. So we get straight on the PC. No sweat. We'll get right. I'm gonna make sure my graphics set up correctly. Yeah. How y'all feeling tonight, though? Long weekend, man. I was been on the road. Woo! Got some news, y'all. Ooh, big money, baby. So, y'all, listen. Before we jump into the shout-outs, man, I got to thank y'all. We hit 3.8K over there on Twitter. Shouts out to that, man. Shouts out to everybody supporting, showing the love. And really, the recruits, 26, 27, 28 recruits starting to pick up, starting to drop film off. So we got a lot of content coming up on the segment for the next few days, right? Got a lot going on. But without further ado, let's jump into the shout out segment, man. I know I gotta show my people love. Where y'all at, man? Pop them in there in the chat. Pop them emojis up, man. he talking about? Oh, son acting up again. What up, Nicole? How you feeling, sis? I was trying to find the first one. I couldn't even find one. All these comments coming through. What's up, Kimberly? How you feeling, sis? What's good, Chance? Come on, guy. I know I hate BK too. Ooh, I can't eat no Burger King, y'all. Marvin, what's good, family? Bama Steel. What's up, Antoine? Drewski, what's good? Bama fan in the building. Marquita, what's good? Yeah, I'm feeling good. Auntie Janet, already starting off trying to be petty. Talking about PLM. What's up, Steven? How you feeling? Let's go. Jan Sports jumped in the chat. About to act up. Tim Nolan, what's good, man? Joseph is in the chat. John is in the chat, man. Sean said he want the mic. No, it's Monday. We don't jump on. We don't even drop heat on Mondays like that, man. We don't even drop heat like that on Mondays. You know what I'm saying? My boy say he see me in worship. Yeah, man, that's me every week. No better place to be, right? Let's go, Carla. How you feeling? Megan in the chat. Let's go, man. Let's go. Y'all deep tonight. What up, Xavier? What up, Buck? Y'all deep. I'd have called like 37 different names. What's up, Majin? We got this season, though, for real. I really do think so. Like, the more I look at it, the more I see it happening, y'all. Like, for real. I really do. Ready for these practices? Me too, man. Me too. K-Spray in the building. How you feeling? How you feeling? Let's go, man. Let's get into it. Y'all ready to get into it? Before we jump into it, let's pay some bills, man. Let's pay some bills. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm full. Me and my nephew that's at school up here, he came and picked me up, man. We went to get some Fast Freddy's. Oh, my God. Like, them burgers, they don't even, like, they got sandwich texture, but burger feel. You get what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, I ate 2 burgers, some fries. Lord have mercy. I'm full. I am full. Like, I'm going to sleep very good tonight. Very good. But let's jump into it, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Let's get into the best commercial on YouTube. Check out our sponsors. Shout out to Residence Inn in Ocean City, Maryland. Shout out to RogueShop.com with the CBD plug. Then we got Demetrius Maynard and the Maynard Group, Big Money Meech. Appreciate y'all for supporting us. Y'all check out this commercial.
Special thanks to our sponsor, Residence Inn, Ocean City, Maryland. Guests can book at residenceinnoc.com. Use the promo code LPR for special Bama football pricing, up to 20% off. Also, go to therogueshop.com. Use the promo code Bama. You get legal CBD. For me, personally, I like the topical oil. You know how intense my workouts are, right? So I like the topical oil. I like to rub that on my back, whatever, after those cinder blocks. So go to their website, cruise down, look through their website, and definitely check out rogueshop.com. And like I said, I like the topical. Again, the promo code is Bama. Also, think about becoming a fan funder right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Become a part of the Undefeated as low as $2.99 a month. That's 10 cents a day. How do you do this? Make sure you're logged into your account. This is on a computer. You can also do this on your phone and look for the tab that says membership. Once you click membership, you can see different options. You can see an upgrade button right there to the right if you want to go through the different levels. We have fan funder videos from the staff right here at Bama Football on YouTube. Very easy to navigate. Let us know if you have questions inside the comment box when trying to upgrade or renew your fan funder membership right here on Bama Football on YouTube. And of course, if you want to rock that undefeated gear, check out our merch store located at the bottom of the videos. We appreciate Patriot Life, Cynthia, Antoine, Caitlin, and to everybody else that supports us right here on Bama Football on YouTube.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all for supporting us. Every fan funder, every member. Appreciate y'all for showing love to the team, man, and, keeping us afloat. Your donations, your support is the reason why we continue to do what we're able to do. And y'all, I'm not going to lie. Today was full of not adventure, but a lot of good, positive confirmation, right? With not just recruiting, but just in life. So I'm feeling good, stomach full. Ooh. I had to excuse me. Going to the gym tonight after the segment, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be, y'all, life is just looking good. But let's jump into the segments, y'all. Some good ones tonight. I think I got us lined up to start the week off right. You know what I'm saying? Give us some good energy. Some things to talk about. Y'all already been hearing enough about the contracts. I think that speaks for itself. how much value that this staff, this administration has in this new staff under Coach Kalen DeBoer. Every contract that was given was well deserved. Some of the highest paid coaches at their positions, right? When you look at it nationally, what some of these numbers are looking like. So don't have to spend too much time on that. Let's jump into my number 2 segment. This is something that we've been talking about off and on, but it's really time to address it and really just talk about some of the narratives that have been thrown out there against Coach Kalen DeBoer and his staff, Alabama football. I think it's time for people to kind of like give us an apology, right? Don't y'all think so? Don't you think it's time for college football, all the naysayers to start apologizing? Because over the next few days, we're going to have some announcements in the primary thing that people said, Coach Kalen DeBoer. We're going to have some announcements that's really going to shake college football when it comes to recruiting. We're going to have some commitments over the next few days that's going to shake college football. And I mean, I have 3 confirmed that we're going to get in the next few days. And I can't wait for them to come out. Can't wait for them to announce. I mean, one name I'm excited to hear about is Kalen DeBoer. I think that's his name. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right. A Kalen DeBoer. A Kalen DeBoer. The running back that's on campus right now. Guys, I've been getting text messages about this young man's visit, how adamant he is about saying he loves it here at the University of Alabama. There have been multiple sources that have reached out to my inbox or either text me and asked if I've heard anything. And usually when that's happening, as of the past month or so, that means we're going to have a good commitment. So I'm excited. We'll be watching his film tomorrow. That's one of the top running backs in the state, right? You look at what he's doing, man. 4-star. I think he just graded out at a 91 with all major recruiting directories. So I'm excited. I'm excited for him. Then also, it's a couple linebackers we looking at that's going to be making that Duke Johnson making his announcement Wednesday. Feeling real strong about him. I'm calling him the Bama. Who else, man? Newly added Mill Creek prospect, Luke Metz. I'm excited about this young man. Watching his film, you talking about the prototypical middle linebacker, the Mike linebacker you want in this style, this defense. So, I mean, just a lot of quality recruits, man, coming and showing their faces this week. It's guys behind the scenes working, trying to build super class, right? And there's nothing wrong with that because that's what you need, man. And you got a lot of recruits who are being very vocal about their experiences here at the university on their visits. You know, Juju Lewis is a name that's just continuing to heat up after my own interactions with him, but also confirming some of the bigger outlets, some of the people that have been tied into this insider industry. That young man, it's becoming more and more realistic. It's becoming more and more realistic about him joining the Crimson Tide, and I can't wait. Getting him would be like the icing on the cake, before the cake is even baked. You get what I'm saying? So I'm excited. Ryan, what's good, my guy? Good to see you in the chat tonight. It's always good to see you, my guy. But yeah, Luke Metz, Kalen DeBoer, Duke Johnson. Who else, man? Let me check my list. Gotta check my list. I'm checking my list again. Quanell Farrakhan. I mean, all of these young men are expressing interest. Nashawn Montgomery, another name to be looking out for here in the coming weeks. Like our class is shaping up to be top 2, top 3 easily with the early interest. But more than that, the early commits we're about to get. I'm telling you guys, the next few days are going to be interesting. We might have people jumping early to make commitments just to make sure that they stay a priority because this staff is changing lives. I'm telling you, every visit, something different, every visit. So excited about that narrative. The fact that so many people were hell-bent on saying that Coach Kalen DeBoer can't recruit. That was amazing to me. Coach Kalen DeBoer can't recruit in the South. Do you know that the South is no longer the South anymore? The sad thing is, and it's true, social media exposes kids to different types of cultures. So they're not, some very few have real ties to the South now because of social media, because of the new age of society. So seeing Coach Kalen DeBoer and this staff continue to be flexible, continue to push in recruiting and use the Bama brand to their advantage, but also you see the collectives coming together. NIL value is not a major play, but it does help, right? I'm excited about it. So what y'all talking about now? Chris from New Jersey, what's good, family? Y'all tripping. But yeah, we here. Listen, another narrative we're killing. The fact that this staff it won't be able to coach in the SEC. You look at the style of play, especially on the offensive side, and if we be honest, Alabama's style of offense over the past 3 or 4 years has not been it, as much as, and I'm talking about, we've seen us struggle and still have success, right? Very few times that we just kind of just go in games and just totally dominate, especially in games where we had the talent advantage. We had the competitive advantage, and it seemed like we struggled. We didn't. It was either the competency of the coordinator, or it was the players just not being on the same page, not grasping the offense or the scheme. Just different things that factored into that. So it's going to be great to see how quick this team begins to adjust and grasp the offense, which transitions us into our point number 3, third topic of the night, spring practice number 4, what to expect. Kind of give you a roundup of today's segments that I heard. I heard Kyle and Jake talking this morning, and they had a great segment talking about, some of the things to look forward to. And Jake kind of hit on something that I was going to highlight tonight, being that this is like the actual implementation week, phase 1 week of phase 2, where they're actually implementing scheme. They're starting to build and layer plays, different offense, the different levels of the offense. And this week is going to be very, very tedious. You're going to start seeing players separate themselves based off of their ability to grasp and apply, right? The best skill in life is not retaining, but application, right? Being able to learn something and apply it so that you can continue to move forward. And this is a phase of spring ball, especially with a coaching transition, bringing in new philosophies, new schemes. This is the phase where evaluation is going to be as tedious. I mean, from the head coach level to your coordinators, all the way to your position coaches, I think there will be a tedious evaluation process being implemented out here. Even with grad assistants and analysts, they're going to have an opportunity to prove their worth because, okay, look. Yo, I just got a text from the man himself. All right, I just texted a Kalen DeBoer. He just texted me. I'm trying to see if he want to pop in and give us an exclusive of how his visit is going right now. That'd be cool. Yeah. Gillespie just got paid. He not bouncing. Who told? You know what? And this is something y'all know I got to get off on my rant sometimes. What's up, Bama Steel? Kimberly Harmon says screenshot. Nah, I can't screenshot that. Hold on. Send in link now. Hold on, y'all. Woo-wee! Let me copy this. I'm about to send the young man the link right now. And we're going to get him on right now. Y'all tweeted out, Kalen DeBoer is coming on. Yeah, here we go. Let me see. Yeah, we about to light it up. Sending him the link right now. Yeah. Let's see what he's talking about, chat. Let's see what he's talking about, undefeated. Yeah, we definitely gonna stop the show for that. Y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. We definitely gonna stop the show for that. Yeah. I need an NIL deal. Look, if y'all could hook me up to help me pay my child support, hey. Man, look, I'm telling y'all, I'm just happy to be a part of this team, man. Yeah. See, y'all be acting up in the chat. Y'all can't be embarrassing us, man. Stop acting up. You know what? I think I said him earlier, and I meant Alvin Henderson, A-Train, who was not in his top 5. No, it's yeah, A-Train, we're not, no. Yeah, A-Train is not, we're not in his top 5. Yeah, I stopped talking about him last week because saw some text messages. Auburn really got a hook on that young man. And props to them. We got a solid running back room. I'm more excited about DeBoer. He's a change of speed back. I'm telling y'all, this young man. And we're going to react to his film. Let me see. I got it up right here in the bank. So we'll see. I'm going to see how long it's going to take him to pull up in here. And we'll wait around for him. Yeah, this is good vibes right here. I'm trying to see if he ready to come on. It's last minute. He just texted me out the blue. So I shot my shot. Y'all know me. Ain't no shame. We shoot. We don't hesitate. All we need is a half a step. And we gonna shoot. We're gonna shoot. We're gonna let it rip. He in the chat, I think, Smook. Oh, he is? Oh, a kite. Whoa. Hey, AD in the chat, baby. AD, I sent you a link, man. We want to talk to you. Pull up. Jump on that link I text you, man. Shout out my boy, man. Look at him. He over here. Man, cut that film on, Smook. Hey, come on, jump on. I want you to react to it with me. Man. Come on, big bro. Come on, little bro. Big dog, come on. Look, I heard you over there enjoying yourself today. Come on and talk to us. Give us some of the juice. You ain't gotta tell us all. You ain't gotta tell it all. We keep secrets over here. We the undefeated. We keep good secrets, man. We ain't gonna blow your spot up, nephew. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna blow your spot up, man. Pull up. I just sent you the link, man. That's what's up. Hey, and this young man is an energetic young man. I think we've had one conversation, right? Can't wait to see him in person. You know, he and Zamir Smith, they bring so much energy. Their energy. Yeah. Oh, it's Thursday. Ooh, so that means somebody. Jump on, bro. Jump. Yeah, let's do it. Let's react. So if he jump in right now, we'll react tonight. I'll do this reaction. I'll clip it and let him kind of explain it, kind of like we did with Noah Carter. Y'all remember when we had Noah Carter on? We'll react to his film. Man, this gonna be huge. Y'all seen the emoji? That boy put that elephant emoji in here. I'm excited for this young man. Y'all gonna see why. Y'all gonna see why. Like this whole class, I'm telling you, and y'all have been witnessing it every week, right? Every week y'all been witnessing. Everybody I've been putting on this doggone screen has been legit dogs, man. Nobody's been overhyped. Everybody has been legit dogs. And when they start talking about having interest in Bama, it's been a hard lean. I'm telling y'all. I'm trying to see if he's gonna jump in. Okay. Oh, he around a lot of people. Okay. So we're gonna save it. We're gonna save it. Just know. And he did say it. He around a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know I ain't capping. Y'all seen him pull up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? So when he is ready, we're gonna have him on, right? We're gonna have him on, and we're gonna let him do his thing, man. We're gonna let him do his thing. If anything, I'm gonna see. Hold on. I'm gonna see if he want to do it tomorrow morning or tomorrow night. Give me a second. Y'all gonna let me take my time and do this? I know I seen it, Moon Rocker. I seen it. He thought I was gonna run his film. I want him on now. Now that he was, showed his press, I want him to jump on and give us the inside scoop on his film and stuff. I like that because y'all know what happened. The same thing happened with Noah Carter, man. It just gave it a whole different feel. It just makes good for them to kind of be confident amongst the fan base, man. It's already good. It's already crazy enough that they got fans like us, Bet. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, y'all. I'm going to give y'all 30 seconds of his film, all right? 30 seconds. If y'all want 30 seconds of AD's film, if y'all want 30 seconds of AD's film, let me know. Right now. Run a few clips. Yeah. Hey, come on, run it up. Give me some Coach Smook emojis. Fire, something. I want nothing but emojis. I can't read right now because I'm excited. I've been waiting to hear from him. I ain't gonna lie. I've been waiting to hear from him. Whoo, what, man? Him and Turbo. Oh my Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna give y'all 45 seconds. Hold up. Let me go look at this film real quick. I'm gonna give y'all 45 seconds. Oh yeah, I'll give y'all 45 seconds. What's that, about a good 7-8 pumps? Yeah, I'm look, here you go. Y'all ready? Look, yeah, I'm gonna get oh yeah, I'm about to go crazy, y'all. Let me get this banner off of here. Let me get this off of here. Let me edit this. Let me see. Oh yeah, I like this. I'm gonna start reacting like this. I'm gonna start doing it like this. All right, check this out. Y'all ready? Don't say you ready. Look, now we're gonna do a hot 45. He's at running back. I'm not even gonna tell you. Man, it's gonna get all right. I'm not gonna do no evaluation. We just watching. I get to be a fan tonight. We'll break it down tomorrow. That's 2 plays. Just look. Just pulling away. Oh. Whoop! Get off of me! Oh my Jesus. Last one, I swear. Last one. Oh Lord. One, put his foot in the ground and go. Putting his foot in the ground and go. I'm not even gonna mess with y'all the rest of the night. I'm not gonna do that to y'all. I told y'all wait till tomorrow. We're gonna wait till tomorrow. Y'all are not gonna get the rest of the juice tonight. I promise you. I promise y'all ain't gonna trick me. Y'all know how I get. I get to watching film. I get excited. Y'all, come on now. We ain't doing that. Let's wait for tomorrow. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let's let him talk to us about it. Cause I want him to tell us, like, did he just knew he was gonna go off that game, right? Did he? Yeah, he needs to explain this. He needs to explain this right now. No, it's Moon Rocker. It's a catastrophe trying to contain that. You imagine him and Turbo. They gonna be the so they gotta come in, right? And they gonna spell Daniel Hill and Kelvin Riley like early. Because Jam and Justice not gonna be here 2 years. Justice gotta be here another year, right? Jam might go this year. Then that moves Daniel and Riley up to be spellbacks. Then you get the 2 young guys in Turbo and AD. They get that spot play. They freshman year, sophomore year. They the next tandem. Like Jam and Justice. They the next tandem. Man, it's gonna, y'all, listen. And this is apple juice, by the way. I like real cold apple juice. I don't know if y'all can tell. I love real cold apple juice, especially when it's kind of like slushy. This done melted, but yeah. Nobody. What high school? AD is at Equipment. Stewart Equipment. Turbo and Overdrive. That's what it seemed like. And they trying to say my boy is a 4-star. They trying to say my boy is a 4-star? Come on, man. I don't know about these recruiting rankings and star systems and all that, but they couldn't give me that. They couldn't give me the doggone power to rate them. Cause it's been like 6 recruits that I've put in on these segments, right? That legit can be 5 stars easily. Low, maybe low score 5 stars, but they're not 91 rated 4 stars. Maybe 95, 96 rated 5 stars. Come on. Do you think Young is going to leave? You trying to get me in trouble? Or you want me to tell the truth? And I'm going to say it like this. I don't think Young is going to leave. If Young leaves, it's not because he's not good enough. It's because he's run into a situation like Ty Simpson where you kind of can't gamble on waiting your turn because you're ready now, right? Young can just about go anywhere in the country and be a starter. And the teams that I'm hearing are like really after or were after him after Coach Saban retired. Day 1 starter, no questions asked. Kind of like Roydell Williams. Go somewhere and just be the starter off rip. But yeah. Oh no, I thought he was from Georgia. Somebody said Mississippi. I thought he was from Georgia. Let me see. Let me go double check. Because y'all know we got Stewart Equipment in Georgia too. Let me hear. I'm gonna check it out right here. Oh, he out of Mississippi, Quitman, Mississippi. Oh, Quitman. It was spelled wrong on the other thing. QIT, not QITT. That boy ran a 4.4. Benching 245. They trying to say that man only got a 12-inch vert. Ain't no way. I don't care about no vert. He a running back. That joker, man, 6'1", 200. He don't even look that big. That's man. I'm gonna pull this screenshot alert. Hold on. Pull this little huddle profile. I don't like this one. Let me get his 24/7. Let me get that one. I'm gonna pull this one. The fact that we able to snatch him out of Mississippi. So this is the other guy that everybody was talking about other than Cunningham out of Mississippi, because Ole Miss really ain't trying to lose, buddy. Yeah, I like this. I like this feel. Hey, screenshot alert, y'all. Yep, out of Mississippi. Y'all see it, 6'1", 200, class of 25, the number 1 running back. Number 2 in Mississippi. Number 1 running back in the state, right? That's crazy. This young man. Did y'all see that speed? Like, what angles do you take? Like my boy Moonrocker said, what angles do you take? Mississippi has been developing a lot of talent for the past like 6 or 7 years. Think about the onesies and twosies that's staying in the SEC out of Mississippi. And then think about like the 15 or 16 that get away from the SEC. Yeah, man. I'm excited about this young man. It's a few this week that I'm ready. It's a few this week that I'm ready to kind of evaluate tomorrow's lineup for on the radar. Like it's this on the radar the next few weeks is going to be geared towards guys that I believe are really going to be considering Alabama and signing with us soon. And you all saw we talked about the young man Miles Johnson from PR Miller. We talked about Dejon Lee, was able to get in contact with a lot of these guys, man. And this coaching staff, like we've been talking about for the longest, probably the past month or so now, this coaching staff is really coming in with a vendetta to really prove that we can still create quality rosters, talented rosters by building relationships. Relationships are still important. Money ain't everything. It only gets you so much. And how much quality is it getting you? You can't buy quality classes. You really got to get in and learn, guys, and understand what their goals and visions are and see how it coincides with the overall makeup of the team. And a lot of these young men understand that. And they also understand that Alabama is probably one of the biggest brands, if not the biggest, in college football. What better way to create value for myself, for my name and image and likeness, by going there, working, and getting my name mentioned in an interview? A lot of these 24 kids aren't even going to have to start a game because of their name being mentioned in practice and what they're going to be able to do and provide when there's questions asked about the likes of a Noah Carter or a QB Reese or Sterling Dixon or Jalen Mbakwe or Ryan Williams or Rico Scott, Peyton Woodyard. Come on, man. Y'all listening to the names I'm saying? This is just the beginning. That's the class that Kalen DeBoer was able to say, hey, even if it's not about being at Bama, give me a chance to show you how great I could help you become, the next level I could set you up for. And they giving them a chance, man. I mean, I'm telling you, man. Hey, Caleb, what if I told you Coach Smook had the Smook scoop on Luke Metz? What if I told you that Luke Metz will be on our show tomorrow night talking to Coach Smook? What's that, Chris? He said you must be, wait, I don't know. Wait, what happened? Chris, did I say something wrong? Or you was talking about me? I think Sanders comes to us, Caleb. I really do. I've been hearing a lot of good things. I actually talked to him last week. It was kind of vague, but I think because he was just enjoying his time. And it's been a lot of good conversations being had between him and Cap. So I think we got a good vibe sitting there. Yeah, it's true. They are doing a lot of articles on skill positions, but there are a lot of linemen. Oh, you talking to Murr? Man, we was talking about trenches last week. All last week we was talking about the trenches. There was a lot of guys in the trenches we was talking about. One guy that I'm excited about in the 26 class is Aiden Kane. Aiden Kane. Remember the name. Aiden Kane. Just remember the name. I'm telling you. Him, Tristan Lyles, Malik Autry of the 26 class. Like, Auburn fans really think they got these Auburn commits locked in. They just don't understand. This is a marathon. And everybody that you bring an attention to that we have our eye on, we don't have to jump on them this early before July. We don't have to jump on them early. We know our brand speaks for itself. We still win. We were an 11-win team this past season. An 11-win team still. Like, that's crazy to me. Or was it 12? Did we win 12 last year? What was our record last year? 11-2? Somebody tell me. I'm telling y'all, we just got so much talent. It's kind of hard to believe that anybody would be out here pushing the narrative that Alabama fell off. Yeah, man. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna get ugly for college football. Let's jump into what to expect this week from spring practice. I'm excited because you're gonna have, like I said, you're gonna have recruits coming watching practice. You're gonna see guys compete. We got full pads this week, right? Getting active. Hopefully we come out of this. The primary thing is guys out there being physical and being aggressive, showing that intensity, but also protecting each other. You want to give everybody an opportunity to be great. And that's still, I mean, most of the time you get hurt is when you're out there trying not to get hurt, right? When you're out there going half speed, you're trying to hold up, you plant the wrong way, trying not to, go through with a form tackle. It's a such thing as being aggressive and light aggressive, right? By 85, going 100% and dialing it down to 85 on the finish, right? Because you're just working muscle memory. You're working repetition, right? So I think a lot of this first week is going to be a lot of mental testing, right? And seeing how guys can grasp the mental aspect of it and stack on the play. Like for wide receivers, the first week of spring ball, I was always big on how fast are you grasping what you're supposed to be doing. Meaning, if we come out in a double tight set, we come out in 12 personnel, right? And we call the formation. How quick are you able to? Are you looking at the field and like pointing, or are you hearing it, going to it, listening? Are you looking at the ball? Like small things are going to matter. And how fast are you processing it after the snap? Are you maintaining? Are you staying at one level the whole practice or during the whole session? Or are you every rep, are you getting better? Are you becoming more efficient? Are you reacting faster? Defensively, you look at on the defensive side, what you expect, man. I expect a lot of the base things to be ran through thoroughly, right? A lot of terminology to be thrown out and yelled out, right? A lot of guys, being practicing substituting fast. Like that's something that Kane Womack alluded to when talking about as far as the defense's progression, right? Talking about how guys are getting to it, how they're hopping to it, making sure that they're getting to the drills at a high rate, no walking, especially the D-line. Last year we saw a lot of times where the D-line just would get tired after 3 snaps. People could go tempo on us and the D-line would be struggling. But towards the end of the season, it was one key play I want to say against Auburn where they got a first down, and during the chains being moved, we was able to get a formation change. Whole front line came out. Otis, Keenan, all those guys made it on the field. Young guys, Ja, I forget who the other one was, Ja Latham, and I think it was Damon Payne made it off the field. So I can't wait to see all these guys start implementing. Smook, what's good, bro? Keep been working, homie. Did I miss any scoop? Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. We're gonna have two targets on tomorrow. One in Kalen DeBoer. And I hope I'm saying the young man's name right. I've just been calling him AD. And then we also got Luke Metz showing up tomorrow night for the Smook Scoop segment. We're going to be talking about on the radar, right? We're going to have them on the radar. And then you know what else? I think I'm going to have them react to a class of 26 film with me. I might have one of them stay on and react to one of the class of 26 guys film to tell me what they think. See if we can find somebody at their position and see what they think, of the guy that's coming behind him. Yeah, man. I'm so excited, man. This recruiting class is different. I think with even with Jake in the chat, I think he'll agree with me. This 25 class might be one of the most talented, not just for Bama, but like the quality of recruits available in this class, especially at the skills position like quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs, corners, free safeties, the edge rushers in the class, the defensive tackles in this class, like the linebackers, inside linebackers in this class, like the running backs. This class is just talented. You don't see, like, I haven't seen it, a plethora of like overbearing interior talent, trench talent like you do in the 26 class. Like the 26 class, have so many offensive and defensive linemen that are highly touted, and we turn on the film, you're like, dang. Like, and 25 class got guys, but not as much as the 26 class. But when it comes to them skill positions, this 25 class is deep, man. So it's like you when you're the powers to be, you can't make a wrong turn with like the first 25 because only you can hold so many. So yes, we're gonna miss on some targets, but when I look at the ones that we're hitting on, I'm more than satisfied. More than satisfied. I mean, just the class, man. We got a big goat troll amongst us. Who? David Sanders from Chilton County High. He will be a 5-star when he comes out. Hey, David Sanders, send me that information. CoachSmook@gmail.com. Who the troll in the chat tonight, man? We got some, please. Oh, big goat. Oh, yes. You just say it tonight. What up, Chapman fam? How you feeling? Hey, big goat. We got a segment for you. Big goat, how you feel about our chances? Who your team? First of all, if you're gonna troll, you gotta at least have a team, right? Antoine is coming. Big Skull Buffs. What is that? Who's Big Skull Buffs? Is that Colorado? Is that Colorado? Is that Colorado? Please don't tell me it's Colorado, because I love Coach Prime, but I would hate to do him dirty because of you. Just tell me. All right. I almost left because there's no way a Colorado fan is coming here talking any type of crap about Bama. A Colorado fan, you're talking about, bruh, them bootleg corner stove City Trends Louis bags y'all bought from the doggone portal and went out there and couldn't stop not a soul. Y'all in USC game was so funny to watch. I thought I was watching Madden. I ain't even talking about the new Madden. I'm talking about the old Madden where you couldn't even play defense. That's all like Blitz 2000, like no type of defense, just throwing the ball and score. Bruh, if y'all get Richard Young, you better enjoy it. Who gonna block for him? And Coach Prime is gonna have a hard time recruiting after last season. All that hype is fine, but when it comes down to the X's and O's, Colorado ain't touching nobody. Colorado might win 3 games this year, 4. I think, and I hate to say it because y'all not gonna have one this year either. Big Goat, you ain't have an O-line, you're not gonna have one this year. You got the best QB in college football, man. Hey, I love Shador, but he far from the best, my brother. Far from the best. Dude, he wasn't even the best quarterback in his conference last year. Come on, boy. Stop it. Antoine. Good. Let me tell you. Last time Colorado was relevant was because of Coach Prime. And it wasn't because of his coaching skills. My man got a great marketing, knows how to create controversy, and capitalize off of it. Nothing he did great as a coach. I mean, he got some Alabama reject coaches that still couldn't produce a defense, right? And Charles Kelly, you see how that messed up. Carmani McClain out there lost in the sauce. Got Travis Hunter out there running his body in the dirt. By the time he become a draft pick, he ain't gonna have no tread left on his tires. I mean, Coach Prime, this ain't high school no more. You don't let that young man play on both sides. Not for no 120 snaps a game. Come on, man. You didn't even do that in college. Why are you gonna do that to him? That's what my gripe is with Coach Prime. I love him though. I take a lot after his energy. I take a lot from him. But that joker ain't. Colorado better enjoy it. Yeah, he better enjoy it. It was fun while it lasted. And he wasn't doing nothing. And did y'all keep Jordan Sexton? Like, bruh, go to that transfer portal again. Go to Colorado. Deal with all the hype and lose to Oregon and lose to because y'all in the conference with what's call it now? What conference Colorado to move to? Y'all moved to the Big Ten, didn't it? Big 12. After 13 seasons in the Big 12, the Buffaloes returned to the Big 12 in 2024 before joining the Big 12. They were members of the Big 8 conference. Oh. So now y'all back in the Big 12. Ooh. Lucky Oklahoma and Texas left. I'm going to say that. And y'all still going to go down there and get smacked. Lord have mercy. Help them, Jesus. Help them, Jesus. Let me look at the Big 12 conference. What's the new alignment? I'm looking it up. Y'all ain't got to type it up. I got y'all. Let's look at this debacle. Let's look at this mess. Where is it? Oh, they ain't even got it up on the site yet. Let me see. I was trying to get a good graphic. Somebody post a link for it. All right, here we go. We got one. Don't sweat it. I got y'all. Screenshot alert. But it's a little weak conference too, and y'all gonna still go up there and get jacked. Get jatted up. Hey, you know what? As sad as I hate to say it, man, Shador showed me a lot of, bad things during the middle of the season, and they never got fixed throughout the rest of the season. So you got Arizona, they're gonna be solid this year. Arizona State gonna win 4. BYU, they might do something. I like Houston, Kansas State. I like a lot of teams over Utah. I like Utah over Colorado. I like West Virginia over Colorado. Yeah, y'all gonna be like, dang, how many is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. They got 16 in the conference. So is it the Big 16 now? Or is it the Big 14? Or is it the Big 12? What is it? I mean, so many of them. Colorado might go 4-8 looking at that doggone that conference. Because they're not going to be able to stop nobody. Hey, Big Goat, so what's going to happen when y'all only win 4 games again this year? I'm just asking. I'm wondering. This is my wondering face. Big Goat, what y'all going to do when y'all only win 4 games again? This is how my daughter be on the phone when she be thinking about stuff. She be like, Daddy. I'm just thinking, like, what is Coach Prime going to do when it's time for his son and Travis Hunter to go to the league? Big Goat, are you going to still be a Colorado fan when that happened? This man said 12-0. You must be talking about Bama. You just became a Bama fan? That's what it is. That's somebody's child. Big Goat, you 13, ain't you? You probably only been watching football for a year or 2. I'm pretty sure. So, Sweet 16. What up, Gary? How you feeling, boy? Nah, that boy ain't high. He too young to be getting high. Oh, he trolling. He definitely trolling. He came here with the name Big Goat, and he a fan of Colorado. Oh, yeah, he trolling. He gotta be. Ain't no way he's serious, right? I'm gonna pull that schedule up since he here. Oh, he think they gonna beat North Dakota State, huh? You must don't know. Y'all might lose to North Dakota. Why you playing? Man, you know what? I don't know how I would feel as a teammate on this squad. I don't know how I would feel. I mean, just look at the agenda. And I love Coach Prime for protecting his sons, but as me, I'm thinking as a teenager, not as Coach Smook, not an adult that's been through some things in life. I'm thinking as a teenager. If I look at everything that Colorado's putting out, and Travis Hunter, Shador, and Shiloh are the face of it, I'm starting to ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you got guys like Kamani McLean that was highly touted. You got Xavier Weaver, highly touted. I mean, a lot of guys came to that school, and these the guys, all the hype is around them. But then again, you know, Coach Prime has a good way of getting people to understand their place. You get what I'm saying? Not everybody's meant to be the face of everything. So I love Coach Prime. I feel sorry for fans like Big Goat that really think Colorado could lick the bottom of Alabama's cleats. Right? So he said 4-0. I see 2-0. Barely won this one last year, and Colorado State gonna always come back with a solid defense. Maybe 3-0, 3-1. Baylor's gonna beat y'all. Y'all gotta play at Nebraska and Colorado. Nebraska got a defense. Y'all better hope y'all can get that offense started because y'all defense still gonna be slack. UCF gonna run it up on y'all at home, right? Kansas State gonna beat y'all for y'all homecoming. Arizona, y'all gonna lose at Arizona. Cincinnati, shoot, y'all gonna beat them. Texas Tech, y'all might lose a shootout to them. Utah, y'all ain't gonna be able to score as much on them, right? Kansas, probably the most complete team on the schedule. They're gonna handle y'all. And Oklahoma State. So I give y'all 1, 2, 3, 4. Dang, I'm only seeing 4 legit wins. 4. Y'all might go 4-8 again. I'm just saying, and I'm not even trolling. I'm being real. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Them boys, I don't know. I don't know. It ain't looking good for Colorado and Coach Prime in year 2. Just a bunch of roaches. But anyways, y'all, appreciate y'all for kicking it with your boy. Listen, tomorrow is a jam-packed day. The morning segment, we'll do some. I'm trying to think. We'll do under the radar tomorrow morning. We'll start off with some recruiting, under the radar stuff, people for y'all to look out for. So if you got some recruits you want Coach Smook to check out on tomorrow's morning segment, send them to your boy, right? Send them to your boy at coachsmook@gmail.com. With their, you know, if you got to highlight a link to their huddle, send that with it. Name, you know, where you found them at. I find out if they're Alabama target. If they not, we'll get them on under the radar, hidden gems. I think I really want to talk about those in-state running backs. Man, it's gonna be a good time tomorrow. We're gonna talk about, you know, more going into spring practice. You all know we got spring practice coverage tomorrow. We got post practice interviews, I believe. So be looking out for the schedule. I'll probably tweet the schedule out once we get it tonight from the team, right? And yeah, Enrico, Nico, I said Enrico. And Nico, what's good, man? Sean Wiley talking about his comment. What comment? No, I'm chilling tonight, man. I just read your comment. I usually don't jump on information like that unless I confirm it. You provide a link that's a reliable source, I'll confirm it. Man, North Dakota always had a solid squad. They always have a solid squad. There go my girl, my boo in the chat, y'all. What's up, Bay? Your fine self. Ooh, I could just playing with me. My baby fine. I love my wife, y'all. Can't wait for her to get up here. Might be a little Smook running around here in another year. You know what I'm saying? Another one. Somebody say, you got 6. I want 10. Stop playing with me. One of these kids got to take care of me. Coach Smook, why do Ohio State think they the only ones got money to pay coaches? Ronald, I don't know. And I don't think it's them. I honestly think it's random fans that have podcasts and support the university. And we're saying crazy stuff. You get enough following, people saying, they'll say anything. That's why I think we trying to change the game. We don't want to just say anything. So that's where we at. Smook, what's the workout tonight? So Moon Rocker, this will be my 4th day in the gym. So usually I do 7 full body workouts before I start going to my specialized and, isolated training. So I'll be doing another variation of full workout. Tonight probably be dumbbells, right? Tonight it'll be dumbbell variations of everything that's lower and upper body, major lifts, major muscle groups, right? Not a lot of isolated stuff, just waking everything up at the same time and getting some good stretching in tonight too, because I just came off the road. So that's what we'll be on. That's what we'll be on. So what's good? Might as well do 12 and be tax-free. What you talking about? Yeah, I am stuffy. I was home this weekend, Gary. Y'all know that pollen, man. It's different down here in the South. My body taking it better than I thought, though. Yeah, them compounds. I might do some compound lifts tonight, but I was really going to just do major groups. You know what I'm saying? Your what they call them, basic, dang, I forget the technical term. But just everything that's power muscle groups, You finna get in this gym, son? Yeah, 12 kids, you qualify to be tax-free. Nah, bro. No, you don't. I looked it up because I was so pushing for 10. I thought it was 10. And they said that's a lie. It's by the discretion of the courts. Is that the discretion of the courts, man? That probably hitting harder this year. Hey, every time I had like allergy breakouts, Alabama won national championships. So I haven't taken any allergy medicine this whole time just to make sure, if I have a breakout, we might win it. So if I have to miss a show one morning because of my allergies, y'all bank it. We going to the national championship and we winning that thing. Coach Smook, read my comment about Kalen DeBoer. I already saw it, Sean. I thought I said I don't confirm. Smook, why do you want to control how much players are getting paid? Yet you say the coaches' big salaries are well-deserved. Sounds hypocritical to me. John Newsom, sounds like you don't listen to what I got to say. Now I got to cook you. First of all, I think there does need to be, aren't we controlling how much NFL players get paid? But you know what NFL players have done? They've gone through 3 years of school at minimum, and they've had to earn their value in the NFL was created by what they did at the college level. You get what I'm saying? So why are we allowing high school kids who weren't getting paid in high school, who aren't getting paid in high school, why are we allowing them to come in and setting a bar for how much they're worth before they take a college snap? There should be a minimum, right? That's guaranteed to every incoming true freshman. And as they build their value through the university, I think there should be parameters set in place, and there should be channels that is flowed through so that you don't have an imbalance. That way you can control and regulate how players are receiving their monetary, their gaining that monetary value. It's never been about controlling how much they get paid. It's about putting parameters around it so you keep a fair playing field. Not everybody. So I don't know who you're a fan of, John Newsom, but Texas, they could have all the money they want, but What if they paying guys every year and they leaving 6 months after they get paid? It's going to cause problems. You can't do that in the NFL because if you do, guess what? You have to pay that money back. Right now, there's no penalty for a player to get mad and say, I don't want to play here next year and take all $105K or whatever they getting from whatever university, right? And just taking it and go. It damages the integrity of the game and also the recruiting. So, yes, I think it should be in control. But to say that I say they don't deserve it, I've been an advocate for NIL. I'm just not an advocate for pay to play. So yeah, when you come in with them long, drawn out comments, trying to come at a take or something. Make sure first of all you spell the first name right. First you spell the name right, and then make sure you come with exact facts. You get what I'm saying? Make sure you're quoting or at least referencing what I've been saying with some factuality, because I like to jump on people and cook them. Consider yourself cooked, sir. Thank you for coming. Come back again. They don't earn the value that they earn is based off the recruiting databases. That's the value that they earn. You don't get paid to play in high school. You can't create. It's not legal. It's legal to create value for yourself at the college level. But how are they creating value for themselves at the college level if they haven't even taken a snap for a college team? In states in Georgia, yes, you can create NIL for yourself in Georgia. It's been approved. It's certain states that have been proven. Yes, take advantage of it. But even in that, there are parameters set in place. The legal system is involved. The legal system can't even get involved at the college level. So yes, parameters need to be set in place. Consider yourself cooked. Again, I'm sorry. I've been cooking. Texas on Alabama. Check the records. Check the records, Daryl. Horns down. Y'all gonna be slack next year. I can't wait. Welcome to the SEC. Texas still on Alabama. How? You know the coach that just whooped y'all in the playoffs is the coach at Alabama now, right? You know y'all in the same conference as Alabama now, right? You know y'all don't get 6 weeks off in a year now, right? Because y'all have to go through a gauntlet just like Alabama has been going through since the SEC was formed, right? So I'm just saying, look, all you got to do is look at the final rankings and look at how many teams from your conference was in the top 10, top 15, and look at how many teams from our conference was in it. That's all I'm gonna say. And you only had to see one of those teams last year, and you caught Bama at the beginning of the year green and barely won that one. Barely won that one. So try again, man. I'm sorry. Try again. Them boys, hey, I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't be surprised. And I mean, I'm being serious. I wouldn't be surprised to see a slump from Quinn Ewers this year. Having to see these style of defenses every week, week in and week out, this talent, because he struggled last year. He struggled last year after the Bama game. About 3 weeks straight, he struggled. Man, they came because they seeing all these recruits. They seeing all these recruits come into Bama. We about to steal Cornell out of Texas. They want him so bad, he ain't stunned Texas. That trash offense. Quinn Ewers with that weak arm. Little noodle arm. What? John, you know what, John Newsom? You know what's crazy? If you go back and look at how many players who were being played under the table got caught and were the ones taking some of the biggest hits, it was the young black players. You had guys like Johnny Manziel just skating by. They didn't nobody want to do nothing to him till after. So get out your feelings, man. Get out your feelings. NIL needs to be regulated. Simple as that. And it's not NIL, it's pay to play. Pay to play. Get your terms right. This dude, man, I'm about to light him up. I'm trying to be civilized. Bama barely held on to Ryan Williams. Barely held on to him. What you mean barely held on to him? Isaiah Bonds left because Ryan Williams was coming. Try again. We get. You know what? I'm glad Isaiah Bonds left. I can't wait to see him have a season for Texas. I want to see what it looks like. I am on a neck. I've been waiting for trolls all night. You know what? I was missing those trash trolls, but I feel like we got some good trolls in here because they really talking crazy tonight. It's Monday too. Nick Saban regrets not taking that Texas job now. You mean the same Texas job he turned down and won 3 national championships after? Oh, I know he regrets that. You mean retiring as one of as the highest paid coach in the league? Oh, I know he regrets that. I'm not holding back. I'm being very subtle and very, very precise about my delivery tonight. Hey, John, don't be in the corner unless you know how to hype. Don't be in the corner unless you know how to keep a hype. Oh yeah, I hit them belts. Jimmy, we just gonna, little bite here and there, little bite. You ain't got it. This the same guy that's saying Bama sucks, and they needed us to win for them to get in the playoffs. Get out of here. Stop it. You needed us to win to get in the playoffs. Remember that. Texas, hey, y'all content creators must be asleep right now because they ain't got nothing to talk about. Hey, Darryl Brown, you know what's gonna be funny? When Texas is sitting at doggone 5th or 6th place at 8-4 or 7-5, their first year in the SEC, that's gonna be funny. Listen, those attitudes in that Texas locker room, I wouldn't be surprised if Amari Neblack don't even see the field, bro. I'm just being honest. I got cousins down there connected to the program, and integration is not a smooth process right now. Run the Table Sports, yeah. Pull them belts out, man. Hey, Darryl Brown, you know, 2 of the top investors at Texas are good friends with Coach Saban, right? So if y'all want to play the pay-to-play deal, that's what Coach Saban is trying to keep from happening. Just like the transfer portal deal. He tried to tell y'all we got to put some parameters around this, or the powers that be are going to be the ones to eat. Who has been in the top 5 cent transfer portal open since they started allowing guys to transfer? Alabama hasn't been outside the top 5 since it started. Who's been in the playoffs every year? Who's won one since NIL and trans? Has Texas won a national championship? Nope. You 1-1 versus Coach Saban with Sarkisian. So, I mean, whoop-de-freaking do. What have you done? Barely winning your conference, right? Congrats. First playoff appearance, congrats. And you see what happened. You lost to a Washington team that was less talented, right? Didn't have as deep of defense was solid, but it wasn't nowhere near the caliber of Texas, right? Just watch. Y'all about to be 8 up. Kalen DeBoer, I hope, just because Texas fans are in here, I hope we can see them. I hope we can see Texas. Not likely because the mugs going to be 8-4. So you're not getting the playoffs with 8-4. I'm just letting you know. I know y'all happy about the expansion teams and all that stuff for the playoffs, but you're not getting in the playoffs, Texas, with 8-4. Sorry, buddy. Y'all wanna troll the Texas schedule? Hey, Jeremy. I mean, not under talented. Not under talented. They weren't as deep as Texas. Right? Washington didn't come in there with a top 10 recruiting class. Right? They had a top 10 a top 5. Texas had a top 5 recruiting class on the field. Rated players, average rating for player on the field. Texas had a top 5 roster. And couldn't beat Washington. Ha ha. Texas, you're done. We lost to the national champions. We lost to the eventual national champions. Get out of here. Oh, y'all want it? Come on, let's do it to them. We like when they talk crazy. We like when they talk crazy because then all we do is just start pulling out the notes. Make sure y'all screenshotting this. Make sure y'all screenshotting this. Let's get into it. They got a dub L. So they're going to be 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1. Never know with these guys because Oklahoma, I think, will be trash. 5-1, 5-2, 6-2, 6-3. I mean, 7-2. They're gonna lose to Arkansas, right? Kentucky can go run it on them because they gonna be beat up by that time. And A&M, I think A&M gonna take this one personal. They're gonna lose 4 games. They're gonna lose to Michigan. They're gonna drop one to Georgia. And Texas A&M and Arkansas might be the toss-up. They got to go to Arkansas. Watch what Arkansas do to Texas. Yeah, they'll lose 4. I like it. 8-4. Great season, Texas. 8-4. That's good. Right? Get them boys they flowers. 8-4. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. 8-4. Yeah, Nicole, I'm feeling it. I'm telling you, and that's a rivalry game. People don't know that. People don't know that Texas and Arkansas is a rivalry game. Do you think we land Duke Johnson Wednesday? Not yes, but hell yes. I really do. I don't know. I just don't think Oklahoma gonna be good this year. I think they're gonna be good in 25. Yeah, Duke coming to Bama, man. I really feel like he coming to Bama. I think we're getting Duke. I think we're going to get AD. We just seen AD pull up earlier tonight. I got a real good feeling about Luke Metz, the Mill Creek linebacker. Got a real good feeling about Cornell. I got a real good feeling about where we're at with Abdul Johnson, right? Ain't that his name, Abdul? Ain't that his name, Abdul Johnson? I just got a text. Let me check this out. Hold on, y'all. Give me 2 seconds, and then I'm gonna end up closing it because I might have to do a little hot release real quick. Might have to do a little hot release real quick. Hold on, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. Man. Ooh, boy. I'm looking at this list. You know what? I'm gonna come tonight. No, I'm gonna do tomorrow. Pause. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, right? And I'm gonna put this whole list out, right, of players I really feel like we got a solid chance on. I'm gonna do them in tiers. I'm gonna do different tiers. Because I'm looking at this list and I'm just getting reminded of all of the names that I've had conversations with. I'm telling y'all, man. Bruh. Oh, man, this is going to be crazy. And he a 26 kid. But yeah, we got Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. I'm all right. I gotta get off here. I got work to do, chat. I got work to do. Because I'm looking at this. Caleb, don't ask about Coach G leaving no more. Caleb, listen. If you don't hear it here, a lot of times it ain't real. Trust me. If you don't hear it here from myself, Coach Sean, Kyle, Ty, Jake, or Coach Jance, it ain't real. Coach G not going anywhere. No, Not anytime soon. But with that being said, y'all, appreciate y'all for hanging out with your boy, man. I always have to carry it over just to kind of touch bases. I missed y'all this morning. Can't wait to be back with you all tomorrow morning. We're gonna bring the energy tomorrow. I'll put out this whole segment, rundown on Twitter. Be checking out Twitter. Some stuff, some buzz about to be out there, and we're gonna be able to keep y'all informed on everything. And with that being said, I appreciate y'all for hanging out tonight. Don't forget, if you aren't a fan funder, if you haven't liked the stream already, like the stream first of all. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. But if you want to become a fan funder, there's a link at the top of the chat, man. Do your thing, join up. You could join for as low as $2.99 a month, right? One-time monthly fee, right? And become a member. Get that green check. Get the little icon next to your name, so you can be easily identified with your comments. Super chatters, thank you all for everybody that's super chatted tonight. Auntie Janet came through with the heavy super chat, right? Joseph Davidson became a member, and we had a great show. Welcome back from the weekend. Let's get into practice tomorrow and jump on top of everything, y'all, and do what we got to do. All right. It's your boy, Coach Smook, Bama Football on YouTube, and I'm gonna leave y'all with a big roll tide. Hey, catch y'all in the morning, baby.